Good evening to you and welcome to Leibolt Field for tonight's opening contest of the 2019-2020 football season. The Richmond Red Devils are proud to host the Connersville Spartans, and we are about to get ready for action. Earlier, before they started warming up, I got a chance to talk to Red Devils head coach Tony Sonsini. Let's take just a moment to go back and see what he had to say. Coach, first of all, thanks for meeting with me before game. I know it's a little hectic before games and appreciate you taking the time. First of all, I just want to talk about how you guys are doing overall health-wise. I know it's early in the season, yes, but I know a couple people, Wyatt Bird, for example, wasn't playing last week at the scrimmage. Can you give me a little bit of an update on that?
Yes, everybody's healthy as can be. Wyatt was good to go, so hopefully we're good to go.
Can you talk to me a little bit about going back to last year? I know you weren't head coach. This is going to be your first season. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Connersville had a really good run game in Richmond in the sectionals. How do you plan to kind of stop that and defend that offensively and defensively?
Yeah, I mean, our kids got to do what they're coached to do. That's the most important thing. If they don't do what they're coached to do and they're not disciplined, it's going to be a long night for us. So Connersville's a good team. We just got to be ready to go.
Coach, is there anything that you can tell us to kind of expect later on today? I know obviously you can't give away the whole game plan here, but is there anything you can give us for a little bit of a pregame prediction here?
I mean, there's no prediction, whatever. I mean, we suit up to win a football game. Our job is to beat Connersville. It's a rivalry game. Our kids got to get up for that. There's no prediction. It's we're going to go out, we're going to do our job, and hopefully we're victorious at the end of the game. I mean, as far as what we do. We do what we do. We throw the ball, we run the ball. Offense, we're basketball and turf. We're all over the place. And defense, they got to fly the ball and make things happen.
Coach, can you talk to me a little bit about going into tonight? Obviously, going into a dream position here. This is your first game wearing the red and white as a head coach with the headset. Talk to me about how you're feeling about this. Just personally, obviously a big family guy, how you guys are taking this as a family. Obviously, they'll be here tonight, I'm sure. But talk to me about how you and your family are feeling about this whole situation.
I mean, we feel as good as we're going to feel. I mean, obviously, it's a dream job. It's been a wild range of emotions all day. But here I am, ready to go, ready for kickoff.
All right. Thank you to Coach Sonsini for that good message. Gives you a little bit of insight on what to expect from the Red Devils tonight and just how he's feeling emotionally going into tonight. All right, to just flip sides for a moment, let's take a side look into the Connersville Spartans here. Brendan Evans here alongside with my co-host,
Ryan Miller.
And Ryan's going to help us go through the scouting report here. Ryan, take it away.
All right. Well, from last year, Connersville did not have a great year. They went 0-10.
And to top that season off, Ryan, by the way, two of those losses both came from the Richmond Red Devils.
Yes. In which in the first game, we beat them 34-16 on August 17th, and on October 19th, 31-7.
And the thing about the October 19th game, one, that was the first round of sectionals, biggest dagger in the heart you can put in a team. Not only did we beat them once, we beat them twice in that season. Obviously, that's a big low blow there. But to even make this even deeper, we beat them in the sectionals.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, Ryan, calling that game upstairs for another company, it was actually a really close game and a good game that was worth watching. Mm-hmm. And Richmond it was almost tied at half, and Richmond just ran away with it.
Yes, that is very, very true.
All right, Connersville's coming into this game with Coach Adam Kelly. Adam Kelly has been coached since the 2012 season. He has so far gone 20-51. We'll see how that fares tonight. Obviously, Connersville not being able to pull off a win at all last year. Let's see how they can kick this season off tonight.
And also to mention, they have only had one winning season since 2012, since he took over.
That's right, and to go back to that first respectable season, Connersville came in with very high hopes after that first season, where he had to go back to their last respectable season in 2012, 7-4, which is a pretty respectable season.
Right.
In the last 5 years, though, under the direction of Coach Adam Kelly, the Connersville Spartans haven't been able to get the spark going. They've only gone to 11-29 so far. So we will see how that trends tonight. Again, as I mentioned just a moment ago, to go back to the Connersville Spartans' last respectable season, you have to go all the way back to 2012 at a 7-4. To go back to the 2012 season for the Red Devils, just a little bit better at 8-3. The next season at 7-3 under Coach Oliva, both of those under Coach Oliva, and after that it's been downhill for the Red Devils.
All right, so how do you see, what does Richmond need to do to stop them, stop the run?
Well, Ryan, first of all, the big thing for Richmond is that they have to get their sophomore Jake Haynes going, number 40 this year. Last year he had 41 solo tackles, 64 gang tackles, and 105 total tackles. That is just absolutely unheard of, and that was from a freshman season as well. I look forward to seeing how he will fare this season, and hopefully he can get started soon. And to look on the other side of things, on the offensive side of the ball, Wyatt Bird is going to be big this season. The Red Devils need to keep him healthy. The Red Devils need to be able to keep him in play all year this year.
Yes.
And the big thing for Richmond this year is not having a very seniority level team, as their quarterback is only a freshman. And returning as a senior, again, as I just said, Wyatt Bird. But to look on the other side of the ball, this Spartans bring a veteran quarterback in Adam Kelly. Yes. Adam Kelly did fairly well last year facing the Richmond Red Devils.
Yeah, 10 completions, 20 attempts, 125 yards, and 1 touchdown.
And not bad for a team that was primarily passing. All right, Ryan, we're going to step away here for just a moment, and when we come back, we'll have the kickoff ready for you, and we will also have a little bit more on the Connersville Spartans. Thank you for joining us here tonight, and we will be right back with the game. You are watching Red Devil football right here on WCTV.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks donors to schedule an appointment to give now. Every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood. Your blood donation is critical and can help save lives. Please, schedule an appointment today. Download the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. You can make a difference.
All right, we are back from commercial break, and the Red Devils have won the toss and decided to defer to the second. Excuse me, the Spartans have won the toss and decided to defer to the second half, as the Connersville Spartans are now kicking off to the Red Devils. This is going to be a good kick back to about the 5-yard line, and it's going to be picked up and taken off with running with a purpose to about the 27, 28-yard line, and it looks like we're already getting a scuff on the play with a questionable face mask, as you were just signing to me, Ryan.
Yes, I was number 6, and that is Marquise Johnson.
Marquise Johnson being just a freshman. They have him listed at 5'10", 175 as a receiver. Well, we're going to see how he ends up faring in this game. I'm not sure how this is going to work out for him, but hey, he did great in middle school. He did great in Hub League. And now we're going to see the Red Devils come out with a tight formation, only one receiver. And there you see freshman quarterback number 7, Drew Van Vliet, listed at 6'3". And Wyatt Bird's going to get the call on this first play. And Wyatt is not someone that goes down easy. Breaks tackles, gets a first down, and about another yard to the 11-yard line.
Moving the
What
chains.
a run.
Yeah, moving the chain, struggling with some tackles, man. That was great.
And Ryan, that's a great way to start off your Red Devil season.
Remember,
especially after quite a few. As we were talking earlier, you have to go all the way back to 2013 to find these guys, the Red Devils' last respectable season, and they're fighting with a purpose here tonight.
Yes, and with Wyatt Bird having a great game last year, especially on this team.
And again, freshman quarterback Drew Van Vliet giving the ball to Wyatt Bird again, but he's going to get stuffed in the backfield, and he's going to lose about 5 or 6 yards. I'll actually mark that about 4 yards, but still, that's a pretty costly gain after a big run from the senior Wyatt Bird.
Yeah, you could definitely see the respect as he was getting back up. He was double hands on the back.
And Ryan, as they're blitzing so many people like that, does that show a sign of respect for the run game with Wyatt Bird?
You know, I don't exactly know with showing respect. Obviously, they can read it. They can read it well. I mean, they're going to have to do it in certain times.
Ryan coming out in an interesting backfield here, running 6 receivers, and it's going to be wide and intercepted by the Connersville Spartans just past midfield, and that's going to be picked off. It looked like number 17, Braden Jones, the sophomore, the 6 foot, 170-pound sophomore. And, man, what a catch that was. That was a great diving catch, and I don't know how he got that. But like we said in the pregame, Connersville's coming to fight.
Yes, and obviously that was a little miscommunication. Obviously, some butterfingers, but it's all good. And now we have switching play up. All right.
And we're getting a little bit of miscommunication from the press box from the officials. Not exactly sure what's going on. Trying to see the call on the field here. And folks, this is going to be a very interesting game, how we're doing this one today. We have a camera up on top of the press box, in the press box, and down on the field. And this is going to be a great opening run for the Spartans, even better than the Red Devils with Wyatt Bird. And this one's going to go to Chad Owens, the 5'8 sophomore, 150 pounds.
We got a flag on the field.
I didn't see that. They need to throw him a bit higher, I think.
Looks like it's going to be on the Red Devils.
Well, Ryan, we had this problem last year as well where they would just toss the flags down. The thing is you need to throw them up or at least to where it happened, not just pitching it out of your pocket, make it look like it was dropped. And then on top of that, we need to be able to have a signal of what the penalty is, or else we don't even know what's going on, let alone the people at home. I mean, unless these are offsetting penalties, they're pointing both ways, but they're walking in the direction of the Red Devils' end zone. And I don't know what happened, but that looked like a pretty costly penalty. It looked like about 15 yards, Ryan.
Yeah, it's going to bring him to the 16-yard line.
And the Spartans are getting a lucky run here. The Spartans are being led by quarterback number 2, Adam Kelly. And he is a returning junior from last year, so he has last year experience this year and next year. And Richmond getting in the backfield early, not able to bring him down. He's going to get some room. A flag on the field coming from back by the Richmond end zone.
And that was number 42, Landon Serqua, senior, 5'10", 185 pounds, fullback. And
penalty's going to be on the Spartans, and that's going to come back. And I tell you what, Ryan, the Red Devils caught a good, lucky one there.
Yes, they did.
And Ryan, here's the thing also is that's going to be one of the people to watch is that senior right there, Serqua. They put on a rushing clinic against the Red Devils last year in the sectional game, and it was impressive, to say the least. Well, I want to see how he'll do this year being a senior.
Yes. All right.
They got a motion from a wide receiver. They're going to put it back up at the middle again with Adam Kelly this time, though. And he's going to get a pretty good gain before having to be pulled down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Red Devils there.
Man.
And that's impressive. If you have to have that many people to pull down a quarterback, 1, you're either doing something wrong, or 2, that is a very strong quarterback, and he's been hitting the weight room.
He is 6'3", 200 pounds, so that's a big guy.
He's definitely not a small guy. All right, the Spartans are going to come out here. They've had a lucky run so far, only 1 penalty, and that's been their 1 loss of yards so far. Richmond already with 1 turnover. Getting another motion from a wide receiver. This time the ball's going to go straight to the fullback. Helmet's going to come off. Wow. And he's going to get stuffed for a loss of about 3 yards there. And, wow, what a play by Richmond.
Yeah,
Saw that coming from the beginning.
I guess third time is not the charm. They read that so well. And, jeez.
And, unfortunately, the helmet comes off. And IHSAA guidelines is he's got to get out of there for at least a play. And now there's a flag on the field, and he was hurt. And it looked like he was talking to a Richmond player, and he threw that pretty late for a face mask. I don't understand that one, and it looks like Coach Sonsini doesn't either. And I don't. They called it a face mask, but in the middle of the Spartans were in a huddle. I don't understand that one.
I don't understand it either. All right.
Well, Ryan, Mr. Russell doesn't look like he knows either, and he usually knows everything. So. All right, Spartans going to come back again. What a lucky play. Spartans on second down and about 5 or 6 here.
Looks like we got freshman Chance.
Oh, that's going to be a offsides by the Red Devils. Number 58, my old number when I used to play. That will be Branton Thomas. And I tell you what, Ryan, these rosters are put up here a little weird this year.
Yes.
Penalty on senior Branton Thomas, 6 foot, 225 pounds. And I tell you what, that's a pretty good presence to have on your defensive line.
Yes, it is.
All right, the Spartans coming out second in the inches on Richmond's looks like about 6 to 7 yard line. And they're going to go with a familiar format. And they're going to give it to the fullback right up the middle. And he's going to get a wide open lane right into the end zone. And excuse me, that is not the fullback. That was number 15.
Gavin Lynch, sophomore. And that was just great. I mean,
that was a good run play. That was a good fake. Everyone expected it to the fullback. Everyone expects a running power play, unless you're the Seahawks, straight up the middle. And that was just a phenomenal fake. I personally saw it going straight up the middle with number 42, and they just went the completely other direction.
Yeah, they were having so much success going with it, and they decided to change it up. And
Spartans lining up for the point after attempt, and it looks good, and it is. All right, the Spartans are going to get the opening drive touchdown here. And we are going to take a quick break here in the box. We're going to reset a bit. Let's hope the Red Devils can do the same. You're watching Red Devil football right here on Whitewater Community Television.
No, I don't know, though. I'm scared. I mean,
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
All right, we are back from commercial break once again. Again, the Spartans getting the opening drive. Well, I guess it wasn't really the opening drive, but the opening touchdown, which is big here facing a rival like Richmond and such a big atmosphere. Richmond wanting to come away with this one. They cannot have another season like they did before. Kicks back to the end zone. It's in the end zone. It should be stopped and called dead. It is. Picking that one up again is number 6, the freshman, Marquise Johnson. And that's going to be called dead and brought out to the 20-yard line. And the Red Devils are going to get another opportunity here, and they have to make something happen here.
Yeah. I honestly think they should just keep it on the ground. If they can give it to Wyatt, and if Wyatt can get on the outside and struggle some tackles like that one play.
Well, here's the thing, Ryan, is they cannot run the ball 120 plays a game. They have to be able to mix it up. And Drew Van Vliet, obviously his first varsity game, but he has to get it thrown. Mm-hmm. Drew Van Vliet with the ball. Wyatt Bird getting the call again, and he's going to go to the middle to the outside, and he's only going to get about 3 yards on that one. Yeah, I tell you what, Ryan, if you can keep getting 3-4 runs every run play, I'll take it. It adds up.
Yeah, I'll take it over an interception any day.
Ryan, the Red Devils setting up here, needing to convert something here. 2nd and 7.
The 23.
Drew Van Vliet again in the backfield. Wyatt Bird to his left. Marquise Johnson on the top of your screen, and Wyatt Bird's going to get the call straight up the middle, ducking a few tackles, going to get around a couple. Wyatt Bird's may go all the way. The 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Wyatt Bird.
And that is what we really needed to see.
And way to answer, Richmond. What a play. Great play by Wyatt Bird. Ryan, you can see it to your right here on this nifty iPad. Wyatt Bird just had no opening. I don't know how he made that play happen. We called Quavion Allen, number 27 last year, Houdini, and that's just what happened there. But here's the problem, is there is a flag on the field. It is going to be on Connersville. It's going to stand. Touchdown, Richmond.
All right.
Ryan, what happened there? What was the magic that made that play happen?
Well, I guess it wasn't the outside what I was talking about, but he found that opening, and he took it. It's plain and simple. Definitely shrugged off some tackles there and went on the outside. I honestly didn't think it was going to go all the way, and he did, and that was just a wonderful play.
I tell you what, Ryan, that was one exciting play to be able to call play-by-play. Obviously, my first season doing play-by-play here for WCTV, and I didn't think he was going to make it all the way. I thought he was going to get stopped short. Things just can't happen that good all the time, and Wyatt Bird was able to make it happen there. What a play by the senior. One
interesting thing is that they're actually going to go for the point afters, because I remember last year, a lot of the times they didn't go. Well,
they also didn't have a kicker after Stephon Huber had ended up being off the team. All right, point after touchdown is going to be complete. It is going to be a tie ball game here in Leibold Field. Richmond 7, Connersville 7. We're going to take a break, all tied up here, right here. Thank you for watching WCTV Television. We will be right back.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
All right, we're back from commercial once again. The Red Devils answering the Spartans' call very quickly with a two-play drive from Wyatt Bird, getting the call both times. Wyatt Bird getting a 2 or 3 yard run and then just going all the way down. What a play by the senior Wyatt Bird.
Oh, yes, it was. It was just pure magic, it seems like.
All right, the kicker for the Red Devils this evening is going to be junior Gage Peterbull. And I tell you what, Ryan, this kid has an absolute boot on him. That one's going to go into the end zone. The Spartans are going to set up at the 20-yard line.
All right. I guess.
And there you see, ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful shot over Leibold Field. We are blessed to have such a wonderful facility here in Richmond, Indiana. And we look forward to the rest of this game. Let's hope Richmond can keep this up, Ryan.
Yes, I can definitely tell that their confidence is going to be much higher. They're going to be, hopefully, they don't let up a lot of flags on the field.
All right, the Spartans going to come out once again with quarterback Adam Kelly. Again, the junior with a few years varsity experience getting the snap. It's going to go out to a screen at number 9. And let's look at his stats here. He did not look like a small dude. He was 6'4", 225. What a stature to be able to have at a position like wide receiver. Kind of reminds you of a guy like DeAndre Hopkins in the NFL.
Yes.
He just has such a big impact. And I tell you what, that's going to be a force to watch in this game.
Right. I honestly think, though, he should go downfield. Those screenplays could be just fine, but you got to get the ball rolling.
Well, Ryan, the problem is that Connersville's bread and butter is going to be their run game. Mm-hmm. Mix in some passes here and there, yes, but they have to keep it on the ground if they want to win this game.
They're going to hand it off to the wide receiver.
And it's going to be number 52 in the backfield, bringing him down. What a play by number 52. 52 is going to be Jewel Taylor, and watch out for him this game, the senior. And, man, what a player. He is all over the place. He is here. He is there. And he reminds me of Troy Polamalu. He'd go from one side of the line. He'd go through the offensive line and be right on the other to be there to pick up a play.
Yes, very respectable
what
player.
A player. He's quick. He's big. He's tall. And he's going to be in the backfield quite a bit tonight. Count on that.
Yes. All right, Cirquall's in the backfield
Adam
once again.
Kelly getting another chance to come back. They're going to run another screen to number 9. He's going to blow up number 54 on the Red Devils, and that's going to be just past the slot here. We don't have a number 54 up in the box, but he just got rocked, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess
that's the big problem, Ryan, with having so many people. I'm going to steal your roster here so I can see both teams, and I'll keep them in the middle for us.
Yes.
But that's the problem with having such an impact like that, is you have to get low or you're going to get stood up and you're going to get hurt. And right there, it was just a classic game of lowest man wins. Every football player to ever play the game has heard that, and right there, you've seen a perfect example of it.
That is true.
Spartan's going to line up here. Number 42 right behind him, that fullback again. Wide receiver motions around. Linemen are going to get in the backfield, close his opportunity, and they're going to bring him down for a sack. But a flag is coming out on the field. Let's find out what this one was. It was a late flag. We're looking for a call here. Face mask on Richmond. That's going to be 15 yards the other way. And, man, if they could have made that one happen, it would have been absolutely amazing. And really, you didn't even have to touch Adam Kelly there. He would have ended up going out of bounds. He had no opportunities down the field. You just got to start playing smart football here.
Yes.
And Richmond's going to go from 3rd and long to an automatic first down. And this is not the way you want to play the Connersville Spartans.
I know, and like I said, their confidence is probably going to start going down if this keeps happening. Obviously, I mean, they were proving themselves right. I mean, they were stopping them. It would have been a 4th down, but it was unlucky.
All right, Ryan, the Connersville Spartans starting the possession once more. Adam Kelly's going to look deep. There's no opportunity there. Ball thrown out of bounds. Two defensive backs there, for Richmond. And that ball just as easily could have been picked off, Ryan.
And that was intended for number 9, Evan Schaefer.
And again, that's a number that we've heard quite a bit in this game, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Spartans are going to come back. They're going to start after an incompletion down the field to Adam Schaefer, correct?
Evan Schaefer.
Evan Schaefer, excuse me. After a incompletion to Evan Schaefer down the field, they're going to have to restart from 2nd and 10. And I tell you what, if the Connersville Spartans could just catch one break down the side with that number 15, he's got an opportunity. 5 seconds on the play clock. Excuse me, that's going to be no seconds on the play clock, and that's going to be a delay of game on the Spartans, and that's going to bring them back 5 yards. Or excuse me, they did call a timeout. As the clock ran out, so that's going to be a timeout for them on the field. We're going to take a timeout up here, Ryan. So we'll come back. Richmond 7, Connersville 7, tie ball game here at Leibold Field. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching WCTV.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
she doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Or maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
All right, we're back here on Whitewater Community Television, Red Devil football. The Connersville Spartans are about to start their play here after their timeout, almost going delay of game here. And Adam Kelly's going to pull back, passing in the backfield. And, man, that guy was not open whatsoever. He was deep into coverage. And, Ryan, I don't know if he saw something different down there on the field, but I didn't see anything open up here in the box.
Yeah, I saw three defenders down there, and I just like, why?
And the referee's going to call a time for him to talk to Coach Sonsini here for just a moment. And let's see what they have to say here.
What do you think they're talking about down there?
It could be just about anything, but unfortunately, play cannot start until the referee is turned around and Coach Doncini is satisfied. Well, I guess he's never really going to be satisfied, but
I believe this is third and 10, right?
This is going to be 3rd and 10, yes, and it's going to be. Believe they're going to call that a false start, or they're going to call it back because the referee was not in position. As I said, it was going to happen. It happens. And you just have to watch for the referee's signal there. He told them not to start the play. Now they've got to start from scratch instead of just waiting to run the play.
Ah, man.
Adam Kelly talking to Coach to get his play. Again, the Spartans, coached under the direction of Adam Kelly.
All right.
And number 2, Adam Kelly in the backfield, motioning over for his wide receiver to come over. And there's another flag on the field. And, Ryan, this is bringing back some fond memories of Arsenal Tech football last year. I know you were watching online the game I was broadcasting with Troy Darengowski upstairs. And, man, that was not a fun game. We were there for about 3.5 hours. And that's just how long the game took, not counting the 1.5-hour drive back. But, Ryan, the Red Devils have to avoid penalties this year. That's no secret. You always have to avoid penalties, and it's unfortunately become such a big part of this game. What do the Red Devils have to do to counter this so far in this game?
Well, I mean, from last year, I mean, there was just so many flags on the play. I mean, like, I remember we were talking about, and there was just like, it seemed like each and every play was just another flag.
Right, every other play or so. All right, the Spartans coming up, getting set for their next play. Hopefully Adam Kelly can get something going. They're at 4th and about 15, 4th and long. You got to expect a pass here. Adam Kelly in the backfield. Ain't got much room to work with. They're coming out. He's signaling deep. No, he's going short, and they're not going to be able to convert. They're about 3 yards short. And, Ryan, you got to question why he throws that short if he needs, as many yards as he did. Now they're going to have to turn the ball over to Richmond.
I mean, I guess he had complete faith in his receiver. I mean, look, he was squabbling. He didn't know what to do. And then going on the outside, and, I mean, he dumped it off. It wasn't
now it's
enough.
4th down. Excuse me. They had 4th down on the marker down there. So.
Well, that changes everything.
I say somebody needs to go down and slap that guy on the wrist there. All right. Now we're at 4th down and about, I'd say, 3 yards it looks like from up here in the box. Of course, my eyes aren't the greatest anymore. I'm sitting here looking at a television right in front of me as well. And the Spartans are actually punting here.
So it turns out it was 4th down.
And it looks like they're just going to let this one go. It was a deep kick into the end zone, and, man, it looks like we're going to have a good game of punting and kicking in this game. All right, Ryan. Well, we're going to take just a second to talk about this Richmond offense. And, Ryan, that touchdown by the Spartans, I don't think any of them were expecting that. A lot of them came in, I think, expecting it to be a cakewalk. And, Ryan, do you think that was a wake-up call for the Red Devils?
Oh, yes, it was. I mean, look, the Spartans went 0-10 last year. And obviously we had both victories over them. But it's been a whole year. And I can just see the Spartans, seeking revenge, seeking the blood.
There you see the offensive line that's opened up the hole for Wyatt Bird so many times in this game, 3 or 4 times. Opened up that touchdown, but there they couldn't get it done as Wyatt Bird only gets about 2 yards,
and with the tackle that was Evan Schaefer. And that is one lanky dude, and he wrapped his hands around him. And, jeez.
All right. All right, Ryan. I think after that we're cutting you off. All right.
All right.
Richmond Red Devils coming out with quarterback Drew Van Vliet. As we said, get used to hearing that name. Richmond had a lot of problems being able to keep a quarterback last year, but that's not going to happen this year, I'm sure. Drew Van Vliet coming with the option back to Wyatt Bird. Wyatt Bird's going to have nowhere to go. He's going to be swallowed up back behind the line.
Yeah, last 2 plays, they dumped it off to Wyatt. They're going to read it. They're going to read it like that. Something's going to happen.
Well, Ryan, like I said in the pregame, they're going to have to get this ball off the ground here. Connersville's game is primarily running. They're going to have to keep it on the ground, but they've got to find a way to mix it up. Richmond's blitzing every play. They can't do that. For Richmond, it's the exact opposite, or the exact same thing. They're blitzing every time because they know that Wyatt Bird can run the ball. But on the other side of things, Drew Van Vliet is an extreme threat. with his right arm, being able to throw down the field pretty far. And we're waiting on another signal from the referee to the press box. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, that this is week 1, so there may be a little wobbly here on both sides. All right, clock is back in action. Drew Van Vliet in the shotgun, Wyatt Bird to his right. And Evan Schaefer's going to get in there quickly. Number 42 right beside him. And number 42, again, we've said his name multiple times, but not yet on defense. That's going to be Landon Cirqua. He's going to be the returning senior as well. So keep your eye on him. But Richmond's going to be forced to punt here. And Ryan, I was at practice the other day, and their punter, Gage Puterball, has a very good leg on him. How do you think that's going to benefit him here?
Oh, I think it's going to benefit him well. I mean, obviously we've seen the defense being able to stop them if they can just launch him back. And
Ryan, I don't know what happened there. That was a wild punt. And I was at practice last week, like I just said, and he's been able to keep it straight and about 55 yards down the field. I don't know what happened there. But he came off the field, and he still is not happy whatsoever. But here's the good thing for the Red Devils is they got pretty good room to work with us, but the Spartans have great field position right here on the Red Devils 38. Adam Kelly's going to come out to start this drive again for the Spartans with great field possession again on the Red Devil 38-yard line. Let's see what Adam Kelly can put together here, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, look, out of the couple passes that we've seen, it seemed like it was to number 9, and are they going to go for it? You know, I don't think so. It looks like he's not.
Looks like Evan Schaefer's going to take the slot at this point as well.
Mm-hmm. I think they're going to hand it off to him, to Cirqua. No?
No, Adam Kelly's going to take it up the middle, and he's not going to get very far, maybe a yard or two, and the Red Devils are going to be all over that one.
Yeah, the physicality from Adam Kelly. I mean, yeah, well, you got like 5 or 6 of them on him, and, I mean, you got a couple extra yards even through all the contact.
Right, and Ryan, I'm going to tell you what, the Red Devils have to be able to get their sophomore, Jake Haynes, number 40, as you see on the 30-yard line there, they are going to have to get him involved at some point in this game, or else this may not be very good news for the Red Devils.
Right.
All right, Adam Kelly setting up for the Spartans once again, number 42 right behind him, and he's been a presence to be reckoned with. And ball's going to go straight through Evan Schaefer's hands, and can you really blame him on that one? That was really a bad pass from Adam Kelly to Evan Schaefer, but who do you put the blame on there? Because the offensive line, Blaine Pierce was right in that guy, Adam Kelly's face as well.
Yeah, and with Adam Kelly, I mean, look, when I said a couple plays back that, I mean, he was going to, pass to number 9, and, you know, I mean, it seemed like that's his preferred target. I mean, we'll see throughout the night. But, I mean, so far, I mean, that's, his go-to man.
All right, Spartans setting up another possession again, and ball's going to go double play, and they're going to be brought down there by number 58. Ryan took my roster here, so
Brenton Thomas.
Ryan, next time, no pressure, but hurry up.
Yeah.
All right, now I've got an extra roster. Somebody passed it down from the press box for me, so thank you to whoever that was. No, first one he grabbed. That makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? Hey, anything in the press box, fair game. You find it, you keep it.
Right.
Hey, that's my pin there, too. All right, Adam Kelly in the backfield. And they're going to try to throw to Evan Schaefer again, almost intercepted by looks like number 3 from the Red Devils, John Carter. John Carter, just a sophomore, listed at 5'11", 170 pounds. And Ryan, what do you do here?
I mean, it's third down. So I mean, they gotta. I think. It's fourth down. I mean, it's our ball. All right.
Now, as I just said, as the Red Devils, what do you do here?
Well, I mean, I'm just guessing. I mean, you just drive it downfield. Simple as that.
All right, Drew Van Vliet coming in a wide set here. No no running back in the backfield. Wyatt Bird coming across, getting the call, and he's going to get swallowed up right in the backfield again. And the Red Devils line is going to have to step up here. He can't do this on his own.
All right. They need to get, I know that you're saying keep it on the ground.
I'm not saying to keep it on the ground at all. They need to be able to have a healthy mix. Drew Van Vliet is going to have to get his arm involved here at some point. Right. And they're going to have to get it in the air.
Right.
And Richmond's line is going to have to step up to make that happen. And Drew Van Vliet is going to come out in the same formation here. That's the word I've been looking for all game. Same formation. Wyatt Bird out to the outside. He's going to come in a motion, and ball's going to stay with Drew Van Vliet. He's going to look down the middle of the field. It's number 6, Marquise Johnson. Marquise is going to go all the way. Johnson, number 6, the 10-5, touchdown, Marquise Johnson. And wow, what a way for the Richmond Red Devils to take it all the way into the end zone with the freshman, Marquise Johnson.
Yeah, that was just a nice slant. Cut through the middle, weaving the defenders, and just getting the 6 points. I mean,
well, Ryan, here's the thing: is like I said, they've got to be able to get a healthy mix here involved for both sides of the ball. They can't have all running, they can't have all passing. But right here, I like that. It was a fast play action. Everyone expected a run to Wyatt Bird. It made sense there. They pulled it back. They threw it right over the middle. That's what the Red Devils are going to have to do. They have to be unpredictable in this game. And Gage Peterball getting the kick all the way up and through. And that's going to be a completion here. And by the way, Ryan, they're going to go ahead and take a break. I want to talk for a second about just what happened in that drive. What do they have to do? By the way, that's the end of the quarter. We'll go to break here in just a second. But Ryan, talk to me a little bit about that fourth quarter. What makes this fourth quarter so special? Richmond Red Devils up 14-7.
That first quarter. Well, just a quick recap. I mean, Wyatt had was around like 60 yards. It seems like each big play was like just huge yards, and if you're the Spartans, you can't allow that. Maybe a couple completions, maybe a couple yards, but you can't be. You cannot just be giving up that many yards. That's all I gotta say.
Right, Ryan. Okay. So the Red Devils are going to come out to kick. Let's see how Gage Peterball responds after that bad punt a little while ago. Obviously, just completing the point after touchdown attempt. Peterball going to kick from the near hash. And the big thing here is you can't tell where Richmond's going to line up. It could be an onside kick or it could be to the back of the end zone. You really don't know with this group. And they're lining up like it's going to be a regular kickoff, so we're going to see another Spartan drive here in just a moment.
All right.
And there's a beautiful shot of Gage Peterball there, and there's the punt. Kick up and away. It's going to go in the end zone, and the referee's going to call it dead. It's going to come back out to the 20-yard line.
Move the chains is all Adam Killen needs to do. And, he needs to switch up his receivers.
Right. They're going to have to be able to play it down by down. They don't need to. I think the biggest problem right now is Adam Kelly's trying to overload himself.
Yes.
Maybe they tried to script plays at the beginning or maybe the first 20, 25 plays. You really can't be doing that. You really have to run play by play with this Red Devil defense because you haven't seen Coach Sonsini's defense yet. You haven't seen what he brings to the table except for maybe last Friday in scrimmage huddle film. But you really don't have anything other than that, and they didn't show anything special other than a scrimmage play. All right, Adam Kelly in the backfield again for the Spartans, hoping to respond to the quick slant over the middle by Marquise Johnson, and they're going to get stuffed up. It looked like number 42 had the call.
Cirqua.
And I tell you what, Ryan, that's going to be one name I'm going to have to write down on the board here. I can't seem to remember it for the life of me. But Cirqua's going to have to be the main focus of this Red Devil defense. Him and Schaefer, they're going to have to get this game on lock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with him being, this is like he's a fullback, and don't see that many fullbacks. Especially on and on and on, and he's just going to have to, use his power.
Right. Well, it's not often you see a guy like that be that size and just so fast. All right, Adam Kelly with the snap. He's going to look wide to Evan Schaefer, almost picked off there again by the defensive back number 3, John Carter. And I tell you what, John Carter's been all over the place, Ryan. I did not expect to see this kind of show out by the sophomore, John Carter.
Yeah, I mean, if he was just a little quicker, you could have got that one-handed. Even then, it would have been, maybe you can bobble it. But
all right, the Spartans going to come out here on 3rd down. They haven't been able to get anything going so far recently. Let's see what they got to do. And they're going to get another fake up the middle, but that's going to be number 52 bringing them down. 52 is Jewel Taylor. And like I said, that guy's going to be right there every single time up the middle. Almost every single time. I guess we've seen that. But the Spartans are going to lose yardage here, and it's going to be another 4th down for the Red Devils. Great stop by the defense. They're going to send Wyatt Bird, by the way, back to receive the kick.
It seems like they were doing the same formation each time, and each time they do it,
you can't do that.
Yeah,
it's predictable.
Yeah, it's too predictable.
They've been doing the same few plays every time, and you just can't do that. Punt almost blocked there. Looked like he had a piece of it, and that one's going to go out of bounds about the 44-yard line. 43, excuse me. And the Red Devils are going to take over shop at very good field position, just like the Spartans did just a moment ago, and were not able to convert on 4th down.
Yeah, and that was Jack Guiley Jr., and he was just almost there.
Jack Guiley being a junior, he's just such a versatile player that you can pretty much put him wherever and he's going to succeed.
Yes, 5'8", 160. It's pretty small but very fast.
Oh, Jack is mean. He's big. Well, he's not very big, excuse me, as I meant to say. All right, Connersville not set before the play. Wyatt Bird's going to get a good opening. He's going to get quite a few yards. He is not going down.
Looks like he's going to go to the 24. No. Oh, the 36. My bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the bottom of your screen is number 25. 25 is not on our, or 29, excuse me. And Wyatt Bird's going to get the call up the middle again. Good spin move. He's going to go off. He's going to go all the way to the 20-yard line. Flag at the top of your screen, though. Unfortunately, what a big run by Wyatt Bird.
Yeah,
as I was mentioning, number 29, finish my thought real quick, and I'll let Ryan go because he'll talk all day, I'm sure. But Sean Alexander is a junior. He's not very big, but he is tough, and he is ready to bite on anyone who gets in his way. And Ryan, I'll let you go ahead now. Sorry.
And that flag was on the Spartans. But, that spin move was just great. The fact that, in the middle, that's just great. You never see a spin move, just in general.
Well, Wyatt's such an aware player of everything that's going on around him. Wyatt Bird, yet again, with the spin move around. Fumbling the football. You don't see that very often. Connersville calling it their ball. And Richmond turning over the football. And guess who's on top of it?
Evan Schaefer. Wow. That spin move was,
And that's not good. Wyatt Bird not playing last week because of an injury. Looks hurt again this week. Well, we're going to get a little bit more on him a little bit later. Hopefully the wind just got knocked out of him, but we're going to go back to play with the Spartans picking up shop at the 9-yard line.
Wow. Spartans caught a huge break, especially, with Wyatt. Just ripping them apart. But then they ripped Wyatt apart.
Right.
Stripping the ball.
But here's the thing. How did the Spartans fare this close to their own end zone?
I think they're going to run it.
There you see Adam Kelly, quarterback for the Spartans, and he's done well so far. Number 42 getting the call right up the middle, and there you see a fantastic shot by our director here. Figured I'd give you just a little bit of credit there. I tell you what, Ryan, at halftime we may have to just send someone to the dollar store, pick up some duct tape for us. This wind's getting a little obnoxious here.
It is, but it feels really nice.
Oh, it feels wonderful. Yeah, you just didn't have to do lacrosse last year. 14 degrees in a press box. At least I could have the windows shut in here. All right, Spartan's going to pick up again at the 9-yard line. Number 15 is going to be the receiver who ran the touchdown earlier. He's going to lose a yard here.
Yeah, it seemed like when he was handing off to Lynch, it was a little bobbled. They get much yards there.
And it looked like he was going to lose a yard. And yes, he lost a yard. And Spartans are going to have a third down here. And they haven't had a very easy time converting on third downs.
Right. On the 10-yard line.
You'd have to think they'd take
play
it to
action.
64, Blaine Pierce is right in the way. Picked off by number 44. 44 for Richmond is going to be the sophomore for Richmond, DeMarco Owens. And Ryan, that was one name I did not expect to call for an interception today.
No, I mean, to be honest, look, he went around and it's like I said earlier, predictable. And they keep reading it. And and that was just a great play, especially by DeMarco Owens.
Well, I tell you what, that was a well thought out play by the Spartans, but at that point, when they're in your face that much and you really don't have anywhere to throw that's open and you can't throw on the run, you need to get rid of it, because now the Red Devils have a great opportunity inside the 20-yard line, just inside the 20-yard line, and they have a great opportunity to punch it in here. And
what are they doing down there?
And there was a timeout called on the field. We haven't taken a break in a little while, and I tell you what, my voice needs a break, so we're going to take one up here too. All right, timeout, Spartans. Timeout up here in the box too. All right, thank you for watching WCTV. Brendan Evans here, Ryan Miller to my side, and we will be right back.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
All right, we're back here from WCTV. Brendan Evans here, Ryan Miller on my side. And Richmond's having a pretty good time here. Connersville just calling a timeout. And Drew Van Vliet's taking over for the drive at the Richmond 19-yard line. They're going to take a shot to Marquise Thomas. Marquise Thomas just out of reach. And I tell you what, Ryan, that would have been a great call to be looking on the television monitor here next to us instead of my head hanging halfway out the window.
Yeah, and also Wyatt Bird's back. That's great. That's great news.
Well, I noticed that too. I was try to make it a bit smoother to announce,
yes,
but
that is very
we'll
true.
do it that way too. Whatever works for you, Brian.
Right.
All right, Wyatt Bird on the left side of Drew Van Vliet here. That's how you do that. Drew Van Vliet's going to pitch it out to Wyatt Bird. Wyatt Bird's not going to have much room, and he's going to be taken down after maybe a yard on the play. Looks like it. Looks like they're going to give him a yard there. Ryan, just what happened? They just got blown up, didn't they?
Yeah. Wyatt just ran through traffic. I guess it's rush hour down there, Westerville.
Well, Ryan, I don't think calling that rush hour is, very
maybe rush
very
hour.
determining. I think this whole game has been rush hour from the start.
Yes.
All right, Drew Van Vliet in the at the quarterback position, Wyatt Bird to his right.
John
Three
Carter.
receivers to the near side, one to the top of your screen. Wyatt Bird pointing out something to the freshman quarterback, a little bit of a seniority level. Must have saw something open there. And there's going to be a flag on the field.
Flag on the field. Right.
Okay, I guess Richmond did call a timeout there, but there is also a flag on the field. So we're going to take just a moment for a break, and we'll come back with the call on the field.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
All right, we're back on WCTV. Brendan Evans here, Ryan Miller, my co-star here. And I tell you what, we are the stars of the show, but Richmond's Drew Van Vliet showing us up here. Van Vliet down on the field at a 3rd and 11 opportunity here. And this is how you make your name in Richmond. You take these big opportunities.
Especially his first varsity game.
And by the way, that flag was waved off by the officials for a timeout. Not exactly sure what happened, but Drew Van Vliet looking for extra room, looking to scramble here. Didn't get the room that he wanted, but that's going to bring him all the way up to the 15-yard line. And it looks like they're going to bring out Gage Peterball and the place kicking unit.
For the field goal attempt.
I think I've done all right, so I can have one mistake there.
Right.
Tumble over my words there for a second. I think I've earned it.
I got you.
All right, Wyatt Bird's going to be holding the snap for Gage Peterball. Gage Peterball hoping to send it straight through the uprights.
Make it a 10-point game, potentially.
Oh, kick's going to be blocked. Wyatt Bird's going to pull it back. And the Spartans are going to pull him down by the back of his helmet, but nothing's going to be called by the officials. And wow, I can't believe that was not called, Ryan. That was absolutely just plain as day.
Yeah, I mean, and guess what? The referees weren't around. So, and wasn't called.
Well, the referees were right there. It was right in their face. I don't understand how they missed that.
You can definitely hear from just the stands. I mean, they were not happy at all.
Well, I don't know if they can actually hear the stands as well as we can. Our mics are obviously inside on our heads, but they were not happy. You obviously can't be there. That was a horrible. Referees missed a call there, and that just cannot happen in a game like this. But the Spartans are going to take over that amazing opportunity. Penalty not going to be called, but 42, the fullback, Serqua, I remember the name, is going to get 3 or 4 yards here on the first down. And it's going to be second and about 6 here.
Yeah, and they can do that. They could be just fine. But it's not going to happen every time because Richmond's obviously going to stop it. If they see it once, they're going to stop it again.
All right, Adam Kelly going to sit in the backfield. They're going to call for another motion. Looked like there should have been a false start there. He's going to be wide open. Number 3 down the field. Number 2 for Richmond. Excuse me for not being able to use the names there right away. Clay Sides being able to pull off the open field tackle there. And I tell you what, if that ball would have been placed just a little bit better, that would have been a touchdown, Ryan.
Yeah, with Chad Owens with the reception. That was just a great play, especially over top. And for Richmond not to see that. Right away they definitely got the tackle, but that was just great play all around.
Adam Kelly's going to set up the bubble screen there, and that was a good form. Can't tell a number there. 21 for Richmond is going to be the senior, Gabe Crow. Connersville's going to be at 2nd down and 7 here. Excuse me, 4.
All right. Handing off the circle, and they swallowed him whole. And wasn't going to happen again. All right. It's going to be 3rd and 5. All right, with 3:55 left in the half, we're going to, it looks like they're going to take a huddle. All right. All right, we see Cirqua in the backfield. See what they're going to do. See Lynch, they're going to play action. They're going to hand off to Cirqua, and it looks like they're going to get close to the first down. They may just get the first down. Seems like. And it's first down. Moving the chains. All right. In the slot position, we see Chad Owens, and then look, it's incomplete. It was intended for number 28, Braxton Myers. Just bad communication. They're a little high. Definitely a little high there. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. And it seems like they're going to, I mean, those screens, I mean, they're really reading it pretty well. And I mean, not every play is.
Well, Ryan, the problem is that the Red Devils are going to have to just read this screen better. You've seen quite a few plays in a row where they've just gone screen, and it's destroyed them. All right, Adam Kelly giving it to the backfield to number 15, Jewel Taylor, right on top of him. And DeMarco Owens right on top of him. Jewel Taylor as well. And they're going to be able to pull him down. Well, I guess it wasn't really a pull down. It was more of a, don't hit me, I'm going down.
Yeah.
And Ryan, there, I gave you a chance to mention it. That was a big loss.
Yes.
9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to get a chance to see how Adam Kelly fares once again in a short game time moment. Missed another false start. They're going to go to a quick slant to Evan Schaefer.
Wow.
And I tell you what, if John Carter would have been any closer, that would have been going the other direction.
Yeah, that should have been a completion by Evan Schaefer. I mean, he was wide open. He could have got, it would have been great. And it just didn't happen. It slipped through the fingers, and that's very unfortunate.
All right, the Spartans are going to look at another 4th down here. And, well, it's a little close to punt. It's a little too far to kick. What do you do?
I think you go for it. I mean, look, if you don't pick it up, yeah, you don't want to turn the ball over on downs. But, I mean, it seems like Richmond would be.
I say we just, what we do is we put Pat McAfee in half red and half white short pants, and he goes out there and kicks for any team that wants it. All right. Connersville's going to call one more timeout, and that's going to be one of their final timeouts, their final or second timeout. I don't really know the press box scoreboard here isn't, getting done too quick. So we're going to get back to you on that one, but we're going to take a break up here in the box as well. You're watching WCTV with Richmond Red Devil football.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks donors to schedule an appointment to give now. Every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood. Your blood donation is critical and can help save lives. Please, schedule an appointment today. Download the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. You can make a difference.
All right, there we go. All right. And we're back. And looks like they're going to go on 4th down, like we just mentioned. And at the very top of your screen, you see number 28, Braxton Myers, and then Circle in the backfield. And
play's going to be called dead here by the referee. I don't see a whistle.
It's going to bring back another 5 yards.
And the flag was on the near side here, on the other side of the wall of bodies there. That's what we're going to call that. All the linemen standing in the exact same place. We got to let them know that they're not allowed to do that anymore.
You know, I guess since they're back 5 more yards, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too bad to punt the ball. But it looks like they're going to.
Yes and no.
It looks like they're going to stay on the field, so they're going to go for it.
And right here, you cannot expect a run. So I'd say blitz, maybe your 4 frontmen, maybe bring Blaine Pierce or Jewel Taylor back into coverage, but I don't think you need much more than that. And Blaine Pierce is going to be able to get in there. Jewel Taylor as well. And they're just not going to be able to get the job done. It's going to be turnover Richmond at the 34-yard line.
I mean, look, obviously you've seen Adam Kelly get through the swarm of, defenders. And, you try to dump it off.
I thought he was brought down twice.
Yeah.
Looking from eye up here, I thought he was brought down twice.
Now, that kind of reminded me of, the Super Bowl, Giants and Patriots, when, they were trying to take down Eli Manning and, then the helmet catch, which then eventually led to a Giants Super Bowl.
All right. Well, not quite Eli Manning, but Drew Van Vliet's going to take over here for the Red Devils once again. He's going to get the snap, handoff going, play action to Wyatt Bird, and he's going to try to take off. Not going to get any room there. And you've got to be pretty careful running with your quarterback like that, especially with the big hitters on the field. For example, Evan Schaefer.
Yes, and it seemed like it was a loss of about a yard. And it was.
Ryan, what do you need to see from the Red Devils to be able to get down the field, march down at 1 minute and 44 seconds left on the clock?
No, I think, they should keep it very calm and controlled. They're up by 7. They need just keep it calm and collect. And
oh man, what an opportunity across the middle to John Carter. That would have been at least 25 yards on the catch plus the carry. He only had one man to beat.
Yeah, and it's I don't know if it's shakiness or if it is, his first game. Yeah, obviously nerves can be a little bit, but that was just that just can't happen.
I think that's more of a Drew Van Vliet thing. He just needs to calm down. He needs to trust his arm. He needs to sit back in the pocket. He needs to trust his O-line as well and just be able to deliver the throw. Obviously, a freshman, his nerves are probably up pretty high. First rival game, Wyatt Bird getting the carry here over the middle for just a yard or two. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Red Devils, probably going to bring out the punting unit as well with only 1 minute 28 left.
Yeah, and that was circle with the tackle.
All right, clock's now running, and we're looking at about 1 minute by the time they get this play off, if they draw the play clock out as long as they can. But they've got to get going, not even in formation yet, and they're looking at 5 seconds. And this is going to be a timeout here. Sonsini right next to the coach. And looking at 1 second, that's going to be a timeout for the Red Devils. There's only going to be 59.2 seconds remaining in the half. So we are going to take a quick break. Ryan will be back here in just a moment. Everyone watching at home will be right back as well. We got a 7-point ball game. Red Devils up 14-7 right here on Whitewater Community Television.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
All right, back here on the field for Richmond. Richmond's going to send out their punter, Gage Peterball, and hopefully he can get a better punt than he did last time. Yep. And he's going to get a good snap, good room, and he's going to get a punt straight down the field. He's calling for a fair catch, and it's going to be Spartan football at about the 30. And, Ryan, that's going to be a really good punt right there. Yeah. Had someone in his face, went ahead, kicked it anyways, took the hit, which probably should have been called roughing the kicker after the camera had moved, of course, because that's how it always works, right?
Right. Now, there's 53.8 seconds left in the half, and, you know,
if you're Connersville, do you really want to you get the ball back at the end of the half, do you really want to risk maybe even hurting your players all the way down? You only have one timeout. I mean, you got the sideline to work with, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think.
Are you really going to be able to get it done? I don't know what you do here.
I think you just kneel it, but it looks like they're not. It looks like they're going to have Cirqua in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Lynch.
No, he's going to Adam Kelly's going to keep it down the field himself. He's going to lose 2 yards.
Wow, that juked my eyes. Woo. An ankle breaker.
Watch the hips.
Right.
Any coach will tell you that. Watch the hips.
Right.
And Ryan, a good tip of advice, listen to Shakira. Hips don't lie, I'll tell you what. All right, we're going to take a break here at WCTV. You're watching Red Devils football. Red Devils up in this one, 14-7.
No, I don't know, though. I'm scared. I mean,
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
All right, as we're trying to get the scoreboard figured out, looks like they finally got it back to 43 seconds. Accidentally left it running. Got to cut Coach Carr some slack. He hasn't run the scoreboard that I know of before, and now it's down to 0.8 seconds, which I hope wouldn't be the case. Now we're up to 43.
And
I tell you what, Ryan, to a point, the scoreboard's scenario is more interesting than the game.
Yeah.
All right, now we're up to 4 minutes and 38 seconds. All right.
All right. Well, that's interesting. Just as interesting as that.
All right, now we're back to 43 seconds.
All right.
All right, let's see how long it stays. All right, it looks like it's going to stay this time, and we're going to be able to play some football.
You ready for some football? All right.
Uh-oh, looks like we're going to have, it's set at 43 minutes, not 40. 43 seconds, that's right.
Yes.
So what's the issue? Oh, sirens? Okay. All right, so we are waiting on the sirens to go past, but we do have Mr. Beeman here looking at the scoreboard here. So let's see what happens here. It looks like they're all right to go. Referees are calling it okay. Now let's get going. Adam Kelly in the backfield calling for a motion. Only 43 seconds. Fumbles the football. Looks like Richmond recovers.
And that was number
And they did.
40.
Richmond football on the 19-yard line. And man, what a defensive play to be able, what a defensive awareness to be able to get on that ball. Ryan, I know you have a name for me, and I hope it's who I think it is.
Yeah, I think you know exactly who it is because you've been talking about him.
I have been talking about him all week. It's number 40, Jake Haynes.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, I'm glad I guessed that correctly.
Right. You were just waiting. You were just.
I've been waiting all day to be able to say his name. All right, and that only took 3 seconds. So the good thing for the Red Devils is they have 40 seconds to travel just over 20 yards rather than the Spartans having to travel, 60 yards to get to their, even 40, 50 yards to get into the end zone or field goal position. Drew Van Vliet looking to go deep over the middle to number 6, Marquise Thomas. He's going to get the ball. Touchdown, Richmond, but there is a flag on the play. There's 2 flags on the play. And Ryan, from a standpoint from me, it looked like an defensive pass interference, but we're going to see what the officials have to say from the ground. Pass interference on the defense. Touchdown's going to stand Marquise Thomas.
Right.
What a play over the right hash, over the middle. It looked like a deeper slant to me. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
But what a play by Drew Van Vliet to be able to sit back in the pocket, trust his O-line, trust his arm, and put such a terrific pass right in the arms of Marquise Thomas.
It was like a gift from heaven.
All right, Gage Peterball, let's see if he can finish this one up. Has not missed a PAT so far tonight. And it's going to go up, and it looks like it's going to go through. Let's wait for the official call. Yes, it is through. Richmond is going to be up in this one, 21-7, now a two-possession lead. But, Ryan, here's the thing. I hate to bring up bad memories. 2 years ago, under the direction of Abe Tawfik, Richmond was up 2 possessions. Connersville was able to come back, push overtime, and be able to pull it away in that game. Let's hope these guys can rewrite history tonight. Let's hope that they can get the job done with 33 seconds left in the half.
Yeah. I mean, 7 seconds? I mean, they took it over about, 40.1?
It was 40 point something, about 40.2, I'm guessing.
Right.
But, wow, what a play.
Yeah, I mean,
what a play.
That was just marvelous. Absolutely.
And I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more slants from Coach Sonsini. It looks to be the backbreaker in this Spartan defense.
Yeah. Give Wyatt a break.
And it looks like that penalty is going to be enforced on the kickoff rather than the touchdown, because you really can't move a PAT forward. It's not going to affect much. But Gage Peterball is going to be able to kick from Connersville's 40 rather than Richmond's 40, which let's see how that'll affect them.
Send in the signal. Walking down the line. Breathing heavily, and it is
up. They're going to be off and in the end zone. Hey, referee, catch this.
Seemed like his hand was up, ready to go.
Well, you know what? They've missed so many calls, I think it's a time they get involved in this game. That was Gage Peterball's sign. All right. Connersville's going to retake over this one. Let's see. They tried to get it all the way down the field with only 43 seconds. They had hopes of it. Richmond looks like they're going to set up a wider defense going longer down the field. They're going to set up about 35, 40 yards deep. And let's see how the Spartans are going to take this, because I tell you what, it might be smart to maybe go 20 yards and out of bounds. 20 yards, out of bounds. 10 yards, out of bounds. And they still got one timeout left. They have plenty of time to do this. But instead, they're going to run. And it looks like they're just going to chew the clock out without messing up anyone's stats but the running back. And that's going to be number 58, Branton Thomas, the senior. And what a way to end the half. I don't think they'll run another play. I don't understand why they would.
Man, I didn't know.
But then again, I think it was the Colts back in the day that ran an extra play when they didn't need to, fumbled the ball. It got returned for a touchdown. Game over. They lost the game because they took extra unnecessary plays. But Ryan, as you see the clock running down to 1-0, that's going to be our half. Richmond is going to be up 2 possessions, 21-7. Thank you for watching WCTV, but do not tune your channel yet because we're going to be right back.
It's fun playing dress up, but what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to fix cars and be a racer. I want to help people and be a fireman. I want to build houses.
The Richmond Area Career Center opens doors to your future, just like it did for Chelsea White, who studied to be a certified nursing assistant and has gone on to become a critical care nurse at Reed Hospital.
Growing up, I wanted to be a nurse. The CNA program helped me achieve that.
Remember playing as a young child and having dreams about your future? Here at the Richmond Area Career Center, we can help you achieve that.
And remember, many of the Richmond Area Career Center's programs offer dual credit with Ivy Tech and Vincennes University. So let them open a door for you.
The Career Center can help you achieve your dreams too.
All right, Ryan, we're back. Halftime, big action right there. You see a big man who's not missed a play yet other than one punt is number 8, Gage Peterball, the junior punter there. Ryan, give me a rundown of the first half. What happened? Richmond up 21-7. What's happening so far?
Well, obviously, I mean, that one touchdown with Wyatt Bird. I mean, obviously, that was just a tremendous play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, going up the middle, shrugging some tackles, and I mean, eventually getting the touchdown.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, that opening touchdown from Connersville definitely, I mean, I wouldn't say showed fear. I mean, but people were like a little worried, I mean, that this was going to be a back and forth game.
Right.
And then, I mean, there's been some ups and downs, but I mean, we've pulled through. I mean, definitely, I mean that last touchdown with Marquise Johnson, definitely, I mean, that was great. That was just great.
Ryan, talk to me about what the Marquise Johnson was able to do there towards the end of the game. Obviously, major defensive pass interference. You called that before they even said anything on the field. Talk to me a little bit about how he was able to make that play and just what's going on in a guy's mind like that. Obviously, running out of control. He's a sophomore trying to get in the string of things. Didn't play last year. What happened? What was going through his head in your mind?
Well, size. He's 5'10", so he's a smaller guy. I mean, definitely. Just by the. He had to jump up a little bit. It seemed like it was like a lob, more or less. And yeah, and I guess. There was that. He caught it near the 1. Obviously, there was pass interference, definitely on the Spartans. And
reminds you a bit of Antonio Brown at the end zone of a few years ago when the Steelers' season was on the line, really, with the Baltimore Ravens game. That was just a tremendous play. Obviously, Marquise able to get his entire body into the end zone there, and what a play by Marquise Johnson, the sophomore. He did absolutely tremendous. Talk to me a little bit about the O-line and what they've had to do to be able to get these holes open for Wyatt Bird. Obviously, Wyatt Bird's probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest, player for the Richmond team here, offensively at least. Talk to me a little bit about what the O-line has had to do to be able to get holes big enough for him to truck through like he has been doing, even with his major agility and awareness.
Especially when they had him off down the middle. It's not been completely 100% of the time all the way through. We've definitely seen plays where they bring him back a couple yards, and obviously you had number 9, Evan Schaefer, stopping them a lot, and definitely, he's definitely been a big player on the Spartans defense, especially with that strip sack, and it's just huge.
Absolutely. All right, Ryan, we're going to take just a moment. We'll be right back with second half, third quarter action. I'm going to go over to the next room, get my iPad, fix the connection on that, because that's our replay here. We got our monitor here. Great setup for everybody tonight. When you guys will see this will all be put together very nicely. Wonderful setup. Obviously blessed with the facility we've been granted access to. So everybody's very fortunate enough to be able to have this split screen, all access to this. All right, Brendan Evans alongside Ryan Miller again. We will be right back. Thank you for watching WCTV.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Or maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
All right, we're back from halftime. Ryan Miller alongside Brendan Evans here. And Ryan, what are we looking forward to in the second half?
Well, obviously, Spartans are down 14. They got to get something going. I mean, they just can't be. It seems like they're being too conservative. Too conservative to the fact. I mean, they're trying to give it to number 9, Evan Schaefer. I feel like too much. I mean, sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. But they gotta really switch it up if they're gonna expect to win this game.
And a big boot into the deep into the backfield, about the 5-yard line, picked up. Returned to about the 25, ended by a big run big hit by Wyatt Bird, excuse me.
All right, and so, Adam Kelly needs to get something going. And here he comes on the field, trying to get his team back together, back focused. All right, we see Cirque talking with Adam Kelly, and we see Lynch. They're gonna dump it off to Lynch, and it's gonna be tackled by number.
I don't think that was tackle as much as it was. Well, I don't really want to get hit. I'm probably gonna drop the ball. Let me just stop here. It was like an Antonio Brown running out of bounds movement there. Avoid the hit.
Right.
This is football. We don't hit here. Hey, that's close to what the NFL is now. But we're going to steer away from that. We're going to get back to Spartan Red Devil football here.
Right.
And there you see Adam Kelly, the starting varsity quarterback for the Spartans. Obviously doing a terrific job here. Lost sight of the ball on the screen, but that's going to be about an 8 or 9 yard run. Looks like it's going to be just enough for a first down, but it is going to be close. And they're signaling for the chains to move. That's a first down, Spartans.
Yeah, that was definitely nice by number 3, Chad Owens, moving the chains. It seems like they've been doing that a lot. Definitely moving the receivers, either going to hand it off or not. I mean, that seems like that's been their go-to thing all game. All right. Seems like they're going to have another receiver in motion. They're going to hand up the middle. Remember, watch those hips. Great words from a great guy named Brendan Evans.
I'll tell you what, man. hey, he doesn't lie.
Right.
He's a lot of things, but he's not a liar.
That's definitely true.
Well, Brian, we're hearing people start to, I guess you could say, whine about being cold up here in the box now. So be a little more prepared next time.
Right. Definitely bring a jacket. What?
All right, Adam Kelly taking a shot downfield, and the receiver's going to go down. That was not a pass interference. That was more of, I don't think I can get there, so let me just fall down and try to pick up a pass interference.
And then he got hit on his side by the ball, not by another player. Don't see those every day. All right. Here's some people.
Hey, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, right?
Right.
All right, third down and pretty long, 3rd down and 9 it looks like. And let's see how the Spartans plan to combat this here.
Yeah, I think they've
done pretty good so far.
Yeah, I think they're just going to pass up the middle. Try to, at least.
I tell you what, they haven't missed a 3rd down conversion all second half.
Right.
Adam Kelly's going to keep the ball going back to his left, and to be there to bring him down is going to be number 58, Branton Thomas, the senior for the Red Devils. Going to be the outside lineman, the tackle, excuse me. Wow, I cannot speak words. The defensive end.
Right.
Okay. Wow, what a play there. He just got in quickly. Adam Kelly didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, he was trying to squabble way too far left. And you see on the replay, and yeah, it just got him down by his ankles and just brought him down. Now they got a punt, and it's going to be a decent punt.
And Wyatt Bird back to receive the punt, and he's going to take it, and he's going to take off, but not before dropping the football, falling on top of it, but then again, dropping the football. The biggest part of football has got to be recovering the football and staying on it, staying with it. You have to be able to keep your eye on the football and keep a hold of it.
Yes, I mean, you have to, it's either, yes, you are going to catch it and you are going to catch it, or you're just going to be like, no, I'm not going to catch it, then don't catch it. It's either one or the other. Don't try to do a little bit of both.
All right, the first possession for the Spartans comes up empty. Let's see what the Red Devils can do here in the second half.
And then we see Wyatt Bird on Drew's left. Now, we're gonna hand it up the middle to Wyatt. He's gonna get a lot of yards. Oh, wow.
And the big thing here is Wyatt is so elusive. He will run through somebody. There you see number 27, Sakai Maitland. But Wyatt Bird is such an elusive player. You'll see him bounce off bodies, just keep running. He keeps his head low. He keeps his head up, his shoulders low, and he just keeps going. All right, here again, we're going to see Van Vliet take over the Richmond possession at 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to Wyatt again. Pretty smart move after a big gain. Wyatt's going to get to the outside, and he's going to get tripped up after a gain of about 6 or 7. Looks more like 7 to me. 2nd and 2, that looks like 8 then.
Yeah, definitely another great play. I mean,
I think the guy with glasses on the other side of the press box closer to it has a little bit of an overcall of me.
Yeah, but that was just a great play. I mean, obviously we've seen throughout the game where it's like we see one great play and then the next play. I mean, it's not so good. I mean, that's 2 back-to-back plays, moving the chains.
Right, Drew Van Vliet back with a double backfield. He's going to have a lead blocker here. Looks like Wyatt Bird's going to be able to take off. He didn't go to the outside. I think I probably would have, but he got a good gain out of it too. Probably should have been a horse collar tackle again, but yet again, another missed play by these officials. I don't know what's going on down on the field, but they're missing quite a bit down here.
Yes, but I mean, it's back to back to back, and that's 3 plays where Wyatt has gotten so many yards, and it seems so effortless.
It does. He makes so much happen out of very little.
Right.
He has no holes. His offensive line hasn't done much, and he makes them look good. All right, right there we're going to see DeMarco Owens. He's going to lose about 2 yards, and he's going to be the person who had that lead block for Wyatt Bird, and he picked up a big block to make that Wyatt Bird run possible.
Yes, that is.
I'd say the most effort goes to DeMarco Owens on that run.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Because you got to think, what Wyatt Bird has cannot be taught. That has to be instinctual.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's just one of the qualities of being a running back.
John Carter to your near side. Marquise Thomas on your far side. Again, you got DeMarco Owens and Wyatt Bird back. Eli Irvin's going to get the catch from slot. He's going to make it about halfway. He's going to get about 7 yards on that play. But remember, that last play took them back about 4 yards, so they're going to stood up shop.
Yeah, very, very smart play by Drew Van Vliet.
At about 3rd and 5.
Yeah, very, very smart. I mean, just couple yards. I mean, it's really all it needs to be, and not dropping the ball, not doing too much, just a simple, going up, going back, getting the ball, and it's all good. And it's gonna be 3rd down and 9.
I don't think that's 9, buddy.
Oh, it's gonna be 6.
You may want to get your eyes checked there.
Well,
I didn't. My calls aren't even that bad. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Drew Van Vliet getting the snap, looking for a pass, looking wide. Number 21 getting a good play. He's not wanting to go down, getting pulled out of bounds.
And that's going to be Gabe Crow.
Gabe Crow, the baseball player, looking forward to seeing him play this year, but obviously making a big impact on the football field as well. Yeah. Not expecting that tonight.
Yeah, you can definitely see Drew's posture get a lot better.
Right.
He's getting a lot more comfortable.
Right, and Ryan, I want to point something out as we got a good shot of it right here. The Richmond Red Devils in recent years, since before even Coach Haliva, have not stayed in a huddle. They have gone quick offense. They have gone, lock, Mississippi, stuff like that. I like that they're in a huddle now. Run's going to go up the middle to Wyatt Bird, but that's going to be shut down by the Spartans defense quickly, as that's going to be number 63, Sean Cates. Sean Cates got in there, and he just swallowed him up. He was right there. Here it is again, Ryan. If you missed it, you probably did.
And
and Drew Van Vliet's going to come out yet again, and you can just see 63 right here, and he's just going to come all the way from across the line. and pick him up.
Right. He's 6'2". I mean, that's a huge, big guy.
Drew Van Vliet's dropping back in the pocket again. He's going to scramble, try to get away. He's going to throw the ball away. Whistle never blew, but there is a flag on the field, finally.
Finally.
And Drew Van Vliet is slow to get up. As a Richmond fan, that is something you do not want to see. Obviously, Richmond having problems with keeping quarterbacks already. If they can keep him healthy, I think this will be one heck of a season for Drew Van Vliet.
Yeah, but it looks like it's going to be a roughing the passer? Possibly.
Well, the officials have to take the opinions of the other coaches, which they haven't done for us yet, so we'll see how this fares, because they still have not taken effect from the penalty yet, or at least picked it up yet. Personal foul. All right, the call was personal foul, roughing the passer, which has finally been called today. And by the way, I want to give recognition here to number 66, Clayton Raper, a good friend, very good friend of mine. But not only that, has been excellent from the center position so far tonight. He has been very solid. Drew Van Vliet getting the snap. Wyatt Bird going straight up the middle. Looked like he lost the football there, but
he's going to get up to the bottom.
My eyes must have been deceiving me, but he got about halfway there. He's going to be looking at about second and 2 to the first down.
Yeah, I mean that was great. And also I was trying to pay attention to Marquise Johnson up here, because in the red zone, I mean we've seen it once before the half.
Right, and Ryan mentioning Marquise Thomas and even John Carter, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw just a quick little fade high touch pass to the corner of the end zone here.
Right.
And Drew Van Vliet has the ability to do that, but they're going to give it to Wyatt Bird one more time. Wyatt Bird's going to get inside the end zone. Touchdown, Richmond.
Wow. And so far this half, it's been Wyatt's game.
And Ryan, I don't know about you, but it feels so good to be able to be back in this box versus last year, being able to yell touchdown Richmond, being able to it feels like this Richmond team is back. It feels like it's been back from so many years, and I know it's just week one. It's still early to say this, but they look like a whole different ball club.
Yeah, and also one thing to really mention, and I mean a lot of people here are really looking forward to and really hoping for it, is a home win. We haven't seen a home win in a very long time.
That's right. We have not seen a home win since actually Coach Haliva, since before I was even in high school.
Yes.
So, and I actually remember that game very well, just like I remember the game where we were here until about 3 o'clock in the morning to finish the game. Man, that's why we don't have games on Monday through Thursday, just in case anybody was wondering.
Right.
And Gage Peterball is going to take the point after touchdown attempt kick again. Snap's going to be a little high, but it's not going to affect him, and it's going to go straight up and through. Didn't get very high. That was pretty much a line drive straight through the field pole, the goal post. Wow. All right, the Red Devils are going to lead this one. Going in at 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the quarter. Red Devils are up 28-7. You're watching WCTV.
All across America, the future is waking up. And wherever they are hungry, we're finding ways to feed them. In classrooms, in neighborhoods, and at kitchen tables, parents, teachers, volunteers, and community leaders are joining together. Together, we are feeding the future.
All right, we're back here on WCTV. Brendan Evans right here alongside Ryan Miller. Ryan, you're doing a great job tonight. Just a little. Go ahead and take this play for me so I can handle something real quick. All right? All right, thanks.
All right, so we see Peterball kicking it down, and it's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to be a flag on the play. And it's not good at all. Yeah, I mean, you just aim it down the middle. That's what you got to do. Not on the sides. Maybe punting, but not. I mean, with him being a punter, do you think he got a little mixed up there? Do you think he just a little bit? No, he didn't.
Ryan, you make the most ridiculous stuff funny, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Oh, man. You are different. You're special.
You know, I've heard the term dumb different. I've heard that before.
You've heard what?
The term dumb different? I guess it's a thing, I guess?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, and Wyatt Bird's not going to be out for the series. He's getting his equipment worked on. Looks like it's going to be a shoulder pad issue. It was probably from one of them horse collar plays that them referees have been missing all day. Right. You want proof? Go talk to Wyatt Bird.
Right. All right.
But Wyatt Bird's going to be sitting out this possession on defense. Have not been a very big force to be reckoned with on defensive yet. But I think the Red Devils have been doing just fine without him on defense. Adam Kelly getting the snap, turning it over to number 3. He's going to take it down the field for about 4 yards.
Down to about the 38, 39.
I tell you what, Ryan, I just told him to suck it up. I think I'm getting a little cold too.
Yeah. We're men. We got to put it together. All right.
Except I'm just not going to be so mean to him about it. All right, so what does Richmond need to do to be able to close this, or what does Connersville need to be able to do to close this gap late in the third quarter?
They need to make key passes down the field. They can't be doing just short plays. Obviously, the run game.
Does Adam Kelly have the arm to be able to go downfield, though?
Possibly. But
I mean, we saw it multiple times off target. And the run's going to go straight up the middle. He's going to dance around, get an extra few yards. Ball's going to go loose. Richmond recovers, and that's going to be number 3, John Carter, taking it off. Big stiff arm on the Richmond sideline, and what a return by the sophomore, John Carter.
He got laid down. Oh, my God. Wow.
No, it wasn't that big of a stiff arm, but I'll give him credit. And Connersville does have a person down, so we're going to take a break, give them just a moment to figure this situation out. We'll be right back. Brendan Evans again alongside Ryan Miller right here on WCTV.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
All right, Brendan Evans here alongside Ryan Miller. Great game so far. Richmond up 28-7. Ryan, obviously, you hate to see players get injured. It's the worst part of the game. That's the reason I'm up here in the box today. Just obviously the worst part of the sport. But let's get back to action. He looked like he was okay, but let's get back to what's going on the field now.
Yes.
Richmond obviously taking over the ball after a big return by the sophomore, number 3, John Carter. And I tell you what, put his name right next to Jake Haynes. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with this season. And Drew Van Vliet's going to step back to pass. He's going to drop the ball, but a flag's going to come out after he covers it up. And it looks like Adam Kelly's out on defense as well.
That's interesting.
That's a surprise.
Yeah.
I did not expect that. And Connersville's going to get caught for the personal foul. Finally, they're starting to make up for him.
All right. All right, so it's going to be a first down for the Red Devils. We see it so familiar. We see Wyatt Bird in the backfield, ready to go. And they are gonna hand it off to him, and he's gonna get a couple yards, but he's gonna get stopped. Oh man, Wyatt has had such a great half so far. Especially, I mean, it's seen back to back on that last drive for that touchdown. I mean, they just are moving. They're moving it so well, but can they do it all the time? That's a big question.
All right, Drew Van Vliet's going to take over for Richmond yet again, and he's done such a great job at the quarterback position. It's been questionable whether he's going to be ready to go as a freshman coming into his first season, no experience whatsoever at the varsity level, but he's going to step back and he's going to deliver one. He's going to pump fake deep. He's going to get around, and it looks like he's going to get a few yards scrambling, and he didn't slide, he didn't go out of bounds. He took a stiff arm, tried to avoid as much contact as possible, took the contact, and went out of bounds. What a great play by the quarterback, and what a gutsy decision.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a quarterback, I mean, you have to, maintain your health, pick what's smart. But, I mean, he was going out of bounds.
And, Ryan, I'm going to stop you right there. It looks like we do have another Spartan down on the field, so we're going to take a break, let them recover, and we'll be right back on WCTV.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks donors to schedule an appointment to give now. Every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood. Your blood donation is critical and can help save lives. Please, schedule an appointment today. Download the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. You can make a difference.
All right, Brendan Evans right back here with Ryan Miller alongside me. And Ryan, like I just said, you never like to see that happen. It looked like the guy that happened to beforehand, he looks like he's okay, working out a cramp. But the big thing here is Richmond's going to keep possession. Wyatt Bird's back in the lineup. I'm assuming he fixed up his equipment issue, had plenty of time. Adam Kelly's coming around from the far side. Marquise Thomas almost having a catch in the end zone, went straight through his hands, and Marquise Thomas knew he should have had that one. And Ryan Miller, I can't disagree with him. He should have had that.
Yeah, I mean, with Van Vliet, I mean, he saw the defender coming right at him like a train, and he threw it up here. I mean, he had a lot of hope in Marquise, and just didn't happen.
Yeah, well, missed opportunities happen. That's the risk you have with, playing the younger guys. Obviously, everyone wants to be the hero. Everyone wants to be in the end zone. But the big thing here, 4th down. Too close to punt, too far to kick. What do? You go for it. And Adam Kelly almost getting him again, going back to the same situation. Marquise Thomas coming away with this one. And it is a touchdown. Richmond finally called by the referee in the end zone. Marquise Thomas coming away with an absolute phenomenal catch. Expect to see that one on the next announcement show for at least a week. Man, what a catch. I will personally make sure that gets into the word of the director, and that will be the highlight of the week. Way to go, Marquise Thomas. What a catch. Absolutely phenomenal. Wonderful job, sir.
Yeah, and we talked about him that his size is not that big. And for him to, on that one-on-one coverage and just getting it.
Well, let's not give all the credit to Marquise Thomas. That was an absolute perfect throw. Not only was it just inbounds enough for Marquise to catch it, as Gage Peterball is putting up the PAT. Looks good. Looks like it is. And, yes, it is through. So this is going to be 35-7. Richmond's going to come away with that touchdown. But just for a second, let's switch over and let's talk about the Drew Van Vliet situation with that.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to be able to sit and be comfortable enough with Adam Kelly coming right at you, trying to take you out, coming with that mindset that you are next, and be able to comfortably throw a 20-yard ball to one of your top receivers? And he's not tall either. That had to be perfectly through his arms, over the shoulder, absolutely perfect throw. Way to go, both players.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he wasn't fazed by Adam Kelly at all. It seemed like, Adam Kelly was going at him so hard, and then,
Oh, he was pumping too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen him move that fast all game. and no discredit to him. He's a pretty fast dude, but
definitely.
Oh, come on. You can't get much faster than that.
Yeah. And then
all right, Gage Peterball setting up to kick off the ball back to the Spartans. And Ryan, what a play that was, but we're going to have to move on for the moment. And that looks like it's going to go deep to about the 5. It's going to bounce around. Richmond's going to have some more time to get back there, and they do. They stop him at about the 16-yard line. Way to go. What kind of hustle is Richmond going to have for the rest of this game? That was impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the rate they put it on now, they should just put it on cruise control. Because this is, they're up
Ryan, with all due respect, I absolutely have never disagreed with you more, except for professional football standpoint, but that doesn't really matter right now.
Right.
You cannot put yourselves on cruise control. It is only the third quarter, which means they still have 12 minutes to be able to come back and win this ball game. It is now, will it happen? Maybe. What is the probability? Maybe not. But it could still happen. Do not underestimate this Spartan offense because they have been kicking, and they will not go down without a fight. The ball comes out.
Looks like he got back on it.
Looks like he does retain possession, and he does. But, man, Richmond is pumped right now. Adrenaline is rushing.
I mean,
what do you do if you're Connersville? What can you do?
I mean, you just need to focus. I mean, don't let – I think nerves are really getting into them, but they just need to get it together. They need to get it together and move on. Don't be in the past. Go with the present.
They're going to have to shake it off and just move on.
They're going to hand it off to Lynch. He's going to get up the middle. He's going to go on the outside. Going to get some yards. Going to be stopped at the 20-yard line. And it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 7 with just little. It's going to be 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and it's just they gotta start passing the ball. I mean, yeah, the run game's been good, but they need to start passing the ball. They need to start taking shots downfield.
Well, Ryan, if you recall back to that first drive, they did pass the ball quite a bit. Adam Kelly trusting his arm. Just like they are right here. Adam Kelly's going to get some more room. He's going to get a little bit of time. He's going to get it off to his halfback.
And it looks like it's going to be out of bounds, so it's going to be incomplete. Looks like.
And I tell you what, Richmond is all over that. They have to get rid of the ball sooner. You got to imagine maybe they'll go for like a slant or something like that. They have to get rid of the ball. They have to stop running the ball. They have to pass the ball fast.
Yeah, but it seems like Spartans are still in that screen. They're still trying to go for the screen play.
Right.
More and more when they know it's not working.
Well, here's the problem. It's not working.
Yeah, it's not working at all. They got to think of something else.
Right. Absolutely, Ryan. You're 100% correct. But what do? You have guys like Jewel Taylor, Blaine Pierce, Branton, Thomas in your face every single play. There's nowhere to go.
Right.
And they're going to have to punt here. And the whistle's blown before it even goes. And by the way, back receiving the punt this time is going to be Marquise Thomas.
Marquise Johnson.
Johnson?
Yeah,
you should have corrected me 200 times ago saying his name.
I wouldn't say it's my fault, but,
We're going to say it's your fault.
Okay. We're just going to move on.
Yeah.
Yes.
All righty. Well, waiting for Connersville to get reset here. They blew the whistle dead. I'm not exactly sure what happened. False start Connersville, waiting for the call to come in. And that's just going to set them back 5 more yards. So Marquise Johnson is going to be able to get a great return here. Great opportunity. Wow. Right here, he may want to think about just leaving this one. Oh, I don't know what he was thinking. He didn't have any room there whatsoever.
I guess maybe
Connersville was all over that one.
I think he was expecting the ball to go out of bounds, and it didn't, so he didn't know what to do. But he could have just left it alone.
And we have another Spartan down on the field needing trainer's assistance. So we're going to take a break, Ryan. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching WCTV. This is Richmond football. Richmond's up in this one, 35-7.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared.
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
All right, we're back. Red Devil football right here on Whitewater Community Television. Ryan, talk to me just a second. Obviously, you hate to see these injuries, but it is week 1. You see these guys aren't used to, full gameplay like this, maybe 2 hours practice, but it's really not this intense. Maybe a little bit of running, maybe a little bit of hitting, maybe a little bit of both, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But it's really not this intense. Really, most of the injuries we're seeing is just cramps.
Yeah. I mean, just hoping
nothing serious.
Right.
We just hope that it stays that way.
Right, exactly.
All right, Drew Van Vliet taking this one. Wyatt Bird to his left. Wyatt's going to get the handoff to the right. He's going to cut back inside. He's going to get off of 1 body, 2 bodies, 3 bodies. Finally pulled down by about 5. And man, can you spell elusive for me?
I want to, but I don't want to be embarrassed.
I bet.
Man,
that's probably one of Wyatt Bird's best plays. If you take one play to define this entire game for him, that's definitely one of them, one that comes to mind. Because you got to think, no, it wasn't, a big impact play. It wasn't, 30, 40 yards down the field, but it was a big, tough 10-yard run.
Yeah.
We're going to see a similar formation here. Drew Van Vliet taking the snap. Wyatt Bird to his left. Wyatt's going to stay and block. Drew's going to pass downfield. John Carter coming away with the pass. And wow, what a play by John Carter to stay aware and know where he is on the field to get into the end zone. What a play, John Carter. Congratulations on that one, sir. That one goes up in the books right next to Marquise Johnson. And man, obviously you can't give all the credit to him. What about the pass from Drew Van Vliet?
Yeah.
What an amazing opportunity for the kid. And you got to remember, he's still just a freshman. We got 4 more years at this kid.
Right. He's really feeling himself. I mean, that first half, he was very shaky, very nervous, especially that interception. But now he's really calm and collected.
Kick is blocked. Extra point is actually no good. Gage Pewterball has almost been automatic today. Sitting him out there, you can almost just expect an extra hit.
But that is a score we have not seen in a very long time. And
Ryan, it just feels so good to be able to see that again. Obviously, this has been a pretty good game. Richmond just being able to come away, at certain spots, being able to get the upside of things. But it just feels like this is a whole new Richmond team. And like I said, I didn't know how Coach Sonsini would work out. I don't think any of us really did. After four different coaches in 4 different years, you really can't know how it's going to go. I think Coach Sonsini has done a great job watching this game.
Yeah, this is definitely a win.
And I think Richmond is going to have a new earnings here soon for the boy who dreamed, right?
Right.
They called him Shawn Michaels, and I'm going to call up him.
Yes.
What a wonderful opportunity for a great man. Dream job. Finally got the opportunity. He's doing a great job with this ball club.
Yes. Very, very well.
Gage Pewterball with the kick. This one's going to be deep. There's no way that's coming out of the end. Oh, he dropped it. Number 18's coming in quick. Oh, he ran into his own player.
God.
and Ryan, that was a pretty tough run. He dropped the ball there, able to recover. Yeah, and he ran through 2 or 3 guys before he was finally brought down by everyone, it seemed like. Yeah, there you see Wyatt Bird jogging off. Done very good for the Red Devils so far tonight.
Yeah, that one defender. It's a science term that I don't know the name of, but it was zoom, and it was just you can definitely hear. I mean,
you could just hear the wind whistling off of him.
Right.
And I tell you what, the Spartan offense has to be able to at least get something on the board. You got to think, if you're a Spartan right now, come on, just get something. And here's their chance right now, getting a good run. Somebody we haven't seen a whole lot of in this game is going to be number 3, Chad Owens. We saw him early in the game. We have not said his name yet in the second half, I don't believe, and that's a whole quarter with only 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. We're going to go ahead and actually take a break, if that's all right with you, Ryan. We'll come back with a little bit more fourth quarter play, and this is going to be a big fourth quarter for the Red Devils. How can they close? I say don't turn on the cruise control. Stay together. Stay in this mindset. Because if you're them, you need to play 10 points down. You need to get into this mindset. Next week, they have a very tough Mount Vernon team that they have to go to Mount Vernon for. They need to keep in this mindset, and they need to keep going as hard as physically possible. And way to go, Drew Van Vliet. He needs to stay in this zone. All right, I'm going to stop talking finally. I'm sure you're waiting for that too. We'll be right back. Brendan Evans alongside Ryan Miller right here on WCTV.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
All right, we're back in Richmond, Indiana, Leibolt Field. Thank you for joining us today. Brendan Evans alongside Ryan Miller here. And Ryan, we got one heck of a game with us going right up the middle. Number 42, a name we haven't heard, or number we haven't heard very much recently. And that was a good, tough run, but unfortunately not enough to get a first. And they are signaling for the chains now. I don't know why it took so long to do that, but
yep. First down.
All right, now, Ryan, what are you doing as a Spartan right now? And here we are with the screen again. They kind of bring the running back around. It's not going to work. The Red Devils are running a zone. Every single time that person has a flat, they're going to be all over it. That time it just happened to be number 18, Vincent Narcisse, and he was all over that. He was right there in his face. If he would have caught that somehow, some way, he would have been hit big time.
Yeah, and it's just not working. And I get it that, they are down by a lot, and it could be a lot going through their minds right now, but they just need to keep it together. I mean, this week maybe is not the best week.
All right, Adam Kelly dropping back, almost completing a pass over the middle to number 15. Number 15 is Gavin Lynch. That's a name we've heard quite a bit. He in the slot position at 5'8", only 160. But Ryan, what do you do at this point? I mean, obviously, probably not going to come away with the win from this one. Obviously, having only 12 minutes, that means you'd have to score once every minute and a half.
Yeah.
To be unanswered as well, to be able to come back in this game. And to a point, you just got to think, can they even do it? Oh, and just as I say that, they get a big pass over to the middle, and it's going to be pulled out of bounds just about a 50-yard run there.
Right. And, it may be a little late
but
to go
there is
now.
a flag on the field.
It's going to be
Braxton Myers with a big catch and run.
Yeah.
Waiting to see what the penalty is. And it's going to be a personal foul on
the Red Devils.
Personal foul on Richmond. Didn't really see the call there. Must have been something that we didn't see. Referee going the wrong way there. I think he's moving a little bit fast for the Red Devils here. I think they're tired.
Yeah.
With as mean of a defense as they played, only allowing 7 yards. I'll put it that way. Almost as dominant as they were last year in that opening game. I think they deserve to be a little tired, don't you think?
I definitely agree, 100%.
Adam Kelly getting the snap, handing it off to number 3, Chad Owens, and he's going to get a big hit. Another flag is going to come in. Ryan, I don't know about you, but I did not see a penalty there at all.
They may wave it off, but,
No, they're not going to wave that off.
And they're discussing it.
Ryan, I think here's where we're going to get our signal here.
with somebody. You have a charger that some girls, they should have a back.
All right. And it's going to be on the Spartans.
She's right outside.
And all right. As they were discussing it, now they're going to see where they move.
And it looks here like they're going to wave the flag off, it looks like. And they're going to go backwards. All right.
Brian's still waiting on a penalty sign from the officials. We can't really tell what it is until then. But it looks like the Spartans are going to take the brunt of it, and we're going to wait for the officials to be ready to be able to start play. Again, Adam Kelly in the backfield, motioning for number 15. Adam Kelly's going to keep it himself, go up the middle, and he's going to be stopped for a short gain of about 3 to 4 yards.
And like I said before, the same formation that they're going with, and I understand it's the first week, they're going to change up things, but you got to get something going. You can't be doing the same thing over and
Ryan,
over again.
The problem is you got to remember, these are still high school kids, and it's going to change from what defense they play or what they're more comfortable with. Obviously, this is what the Red Devils are doing right now is going to work for them, so I think they're going to keep it for a couple of weeks, take what they can, use what they can from it, and run with it. Spartans again setting up in a similar formation to beforehand. Adam Kelly taking the snap, dropping back to pass, looking right, short, and dropped in the middle of the field by number 28, Braxton Myers.
Yeah, that should have been caught, no doubt, because he had an open look. He could have got that, at least gotten close enough, getting yards. I mean, it wouldn't have been a first down, but it wouldn't have gotten somewhere.
Right, and you can't put all the blame on the Braxton Myers there. It wasn't exactly the best pass in the world either.
Right, it's definitely a combination of both. I mean, just that chemistry to have there.
All right, Adam Kelly setting back up one more time. Same formation as always. Braxton Myers in the slot position. Adam Kelly's going to take the snap. He's going to look left, under pressure. And LaMarcus is going to be right in his face, and he's going to find Evan Schaefer on the left side of the field.
What a nice play, especially with trying to keep both feet in on the sideline. I mean, you can't ask me any more than that.
Well, Ryan, no, you can't. I mean, you got to get Evan Schaefer in position. If you could get him in position and ready to take a snap, catch a ball, play defensively all around, he's going to be the guy to go to.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Earlier tonight, we saw him stand up, one of Richmond's best linemen, number 64, Blaine Pearson. You just don't stand up a guy like that without having a background to you.
Exactly.
All right, the Spartans going to come back to set up. They're going to sit in the same formation, and Ryan, the Red Devils have not even stayed in the same formation as long as they have. Kelly's going to sit back to pass. It's going to be close, but incomplete. Looked like a little bit of pass interference from one side or the other.
Yeah, I mean, clear as day. I mean, it looked like it was more on the Red Devils.
Well, I don't know, Ryan. The receiver was behind the defensive back and got in front of him, so this one could go either way. Not really sure how they're going to call this one, but either way, a pass interference is going to be there. No, it's going to be a holding on the offense and pass interference on the defense. So technically, you were right and I was right, but we're going to say it neither here nor there. So those penalties are going to offset, and we're going to restart from second down.
That's such a great, when they offset like that, It's like all with the old Madden games with you can just play play over and over. I mean, and then they took it out.
The replay feature.
Yeah.
Only if they could have that in high school, I bet they would have had that pass back, wouldn't they?
Right.
All right, Adam Kelly set to take the snap one more time. And he's going to sit back to pass. He's going to look to the same receiver, Evan Schaefer, over the middle, and it looks like he's going to be in. And he's going to be stopped just inches short. And, man, if you got any closer, you'd be in the end zone.
Yeah, the physicality from the 6'4" receiver, he is, it looks like just little kids trying to swat the ball away from him. And it's absolutely stunning, the physicality.
All right, Ryan, it looks like we have a player down on the Richmond side of the ball. So we're going to take a break here in just a second, and we will get back to action. And once they get this situated, you're watching Whitewater Television right here with Red Devil Football.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks donors to schedule an appointment to give now. Every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood. Your blood donation is critical and can help save lives. Please, schedule an appointment today. Download the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. You can make a difference.
All right, we're back right here on Whitewater Community Television. Brendan Evans here alongside Ryan Miller, and it looked like the injured player was the sophomore, number 2, Clay Sides, and he got up and walked off on his own power, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Spartans. At least it looks close. They're checking the signals, and it is good. It is going to be a touchdown, and it looked like it was going to be just a simple sneak up the middle by Adam Kelly.
Yeah, there's not a lot really you can really defend when your quarterback is able to do that, especially on the 1 yard line.
Well, Ryan, especially when you get inside the red zone, and even more so when you get inside the 5 to 10 yard line, you're so much more limited on what you can do. You really can't use a slant pattern, because your linebackers are right there if they stay in the box. Really, the only thing you got is if they blitz everybody, and you're lucky enough to get the ball off quick enough. All right, now the Spartans are going to send out kicker number 27, Cole Martin, and that kick is going to be good.
And it's going to be the 7-point for the end of the drive for the Spartans.
Yeah, all right, so we're going to take a break here into the box for just a moment. You're watching Whitewater Community Television right here with Richmond Red Devil football.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
All right, we're back right here on Whitewater Community Television with Red Devil football. Brendan Evans right here with Ryan Miller. Thank you for joining us tonight. The Spartans just got off of a very good drive. Adam Kelly being able to punch it in from the 1 yard line on a QB sneak. And this kick is going to be deep into about the 8 yard line. Number 6, Marquise Johnson, taking off with it, dodging a few tackles, getting a good return out to about the 37 yard line. And Ryan, what does a player like this have to do to be able to make plays like that happen?
Just use every bit of your body out, like all your physicality, especially, Marquise Johnson able to shrug off a lot of tackles in between, especially in the horde of defenders trying to tackle him. I guess just move your legs. That's all you gotta do.
All right, now Richmond quarterback Drew Van Vliet is going to lead the charge here for the Red Devils. Obviously, number 11, Wyatt Bird to his right. A little bit of a communication issue with number 27, Sakai Maitland. Drew Van Vliet's going to get the snap. Wyatt Bird's going to get the call, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield.
What would you say? That's a loss of about 2 or 3 yards on that one?
I'd say so. They're signaling about 2 yards, so I think what the officials say are good to go with.
And 2nd down and 12. Looks like.
I'd say about that, Ryan, and Drew Van Vliet's going to have to make something happen here. He's had success in the air so far tonight, but he's going to pitch it back to Wyatt Bird. Wyatt Bird's going to try to get the outside edge, juking around, but he's not going to get anywhere. And I tell you what, Ryan, this number 15, Gavin Lynch for the Spartans, have been pretty good so far.
Yeah, no doubt, especially especially going around. Especially being all around, especially you've seen him a lot through especially on offense, especially the one receiver going in motion. Possibly being getting handed off the ball and everything.
Well, Ryan, he's probably arguably the fastest receiver the Spartans have. Evan Schaefer with the one exception, but Drew Van Vliet's going to take the snap here, and it's going to be looked like it was going to be a similar play with a wideout formation.
It's going to be on the Red Devils. Something about 5 yards, you'd say?
Yeah, they counted out 5 yards. It's going to be a false start and an automatic replay of downs, excuse me. So now the Red Devils are going to have to deal with a third and from about Main Street.
Right.
And right here, Ryan, I say they go to their star receiver, Marquise Johnson, try a shot at him, and they do, right over the middle, and it's just over his hands.
Yeah, it's just too high of a ball to be able to catch. Especially, bring it down some. He was already in the motion. It was just gonna click like that if it was just a little bit lower.
I'll tell you what, Ryan. I know I said that they probably should have gone to their star receiver, but to what point do you realize? To what point do you need to start looking at? Well, maybe I have somebody open on the other side of the field, because you got to look back at how many people are actually open. They're starting to double team Marquise, as you saw right there. What do you have to do to combat this?
Well, you just gotta trust your line, because if you're not trusting your line enough, especially if you think that you only have only 2 seconds.
Big punt from Gage Peterball. And it's going to be touched. It's a fair ball. And the Spartans are going to cover it up at about the 20-yard line.
Like I was saying about, you got to trust your line, because if you're going to, you only have a couple seconds, you got to make every second count.
If you're going to do anything, you need to be able to trust your O-line. You got to, even in your running game, it's real big as well.
Which, we've seen that it seems like it's very successful tonight, especially coming from Whitebird.
And you're right, Ryan, and the Spartans are going to set up shop here at pretty much the equivalent of a fair catch, maybe 1.5 yards more. So really, they should be used to a scenario like this. It's not like starting inside the 5 or so yard line. And if you were wondering what the delay is on the play, is there is a injured player on the other side of the field, Branton Thomas. They just got him off, or they're getting him off now, and we're about to restart play. And it looks like we're going to be good to go here in just a moment. And the official is getting out of the way, so the Spartans are going to set up shop, and they're going to see what they can make out of this possession. And Adam Kelly's going to turn around. He's going to set up to pass. He's going to get it off in time under pressure, but it's going to go nowhere.
Yeah, good coverage by the Red Devils, trying to, seeing number 13, Rudy Brandstetter, and he was just covering all on that one.
All right, Ryan, so let's see what the Spartans are going to do here. And I tell you what, Ryan, they're probably going to run, because that is the Spartans' bread and butter, but they need to get it off the ground, and they need to start passing.
And there we go with Brandstetter once again, moving it up to about the 28-yard line. No, my apologies. The 23, actually.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with 28.
Yes, my eyes are bad, but we are all set.
Sure, let's go with the 28. We'll go ahead and give them the extra yards. All right, Adam Kelly's going to take the snap for the Spartans here. And I tell you what, the scoreboard doesn't reflect it right now. The Spartans are down 14-41, but Adam Kelly has been in there doing a tough job, and it's going to be a pass interference or a holding call right there. Holding, excuse me, and that's going to be on number 18, I believe it was. Vincent Narcisse, he's the senior, 5'11" at 165 pounds, and right there, when you're at a position of 3rd and long, you really just cannot afford a penalty like that.
Yep, especially in key moments like this. Every second counts.
And Ryan, I believe they go, 15 from the spot of the ball for a holding on that? Or 10, is it now? Oh, hold up. There's one in the Spartans' backfield as well. So these may offset here in replay of 3rd down. But we got to find out what this other call is back here. I didn't see it personally. I don't know about you, Ryan, but... And it looks like they're going to give it in favor of the Spartans here.
They're going to move it up to the 38.
And Ryan, I don't think the Spartans have gained a yard yet, and they've pretty much been granted access to every single yard they've had so far. And the referee forgot his flag back in the backfield, so he's going to have to take another moment to go get that.
And we're going to get set back for another snap.
Adam Kelly's going to hand the ball off. And Vincent Narcisse is going to get shaken off. And I tell you what, the Spartans are running all over the Red Devils here. And I tell you what, that is their bread and butter. And they need to stick with it, because if they want to put more points on the board sitting at 14-41, they're going to have to punch it in quick.
Yeah, especially coming from Gavin Lynch, trying to be the soul of the Spartans.
I wouldn't quite say that. You still got Adam Kelly that's pushing hard. You still got Evan Schaefer. And they're going to hand it off up the middle again. And the
that was Ruby Brandstetter. And I mean, the receivers are really doing work, especially, on the rushing side, not just receiving, just rushing. They are doing some real work to the Red Devils right now. Heck of a run by Lynch right there, especially using his vision, using his hands to shrug off and say, "Get off of me," from all the Red Devils trying to take him down, moving the chains.
I tell you what, Ryan, this has been a long drive for the Spartans here, and you see another run there. Almost a first down. I'd mark them a couple yards shy. But this has been a long drive for the Spartans, and coming all the way from the 20-yard line, they're well over halfway there now. And really, what do you got to do as the Spartans? We'll leave you with that thought. We're going to take a break here. Brendan Evans alongside Ryan Miller. You're watching Whitewater Community Television with Red Devil Football.
No, I don't know, though. I'm scared.
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
All right, we're back on WCTV. Brendan Evans alongside Ryan Miller still. Adam Kelly still in the backfield, and we're about to see him take over for the Spartans. Once again, he's going to step back. He's going to throw without taking a second look, and there's going to be a flag on the field, and a Red Devil is down, slow to get up. That's going to be, and he's going to get off the field. And the referees are going to take just a few moments to converse about what the penalty is. It doesn't look like they're seeing eye to eye on very much here tonight. And Ryan, what do the Spartans have to do here to punch it in?
I think still stick with their receivers running the ball. I mean, especially with Lynch and Brandstetter, alternating, every player, so every other player. So it seems like that's working extremely well for them. I just say, keep going with that. Change it up some. That way the Red Devils don't read it like a book, read it like a chapter, and score for the touchdown.
And it looks like at least one of the penalties are going to be on the Red Devils here, and they're going to be, on the Spartans here, and they're going to be stepping back, and that's going to take them back about 15 yards.
Very unfortunate for the Spartans, especially when they were having so much momentum going into the red zone.
And Evan Schaefer's going to come out of the lineup for the moment. And I tell you what, that's a little bit of a sigh of relief for the Red Devils, isn't it?
Right. So we have Chet Owens in the slot position.
Adam Kelly's going to step back to pass, looking deep, and he's going to have a man wide open in the end zone.
The wonderful execution there you have there, especially with that being number 28, Braxton Myers. Especially, there was not a lot of defenders nearby, and just that one-on-one that you so desperately need with your quarterback to your wide receiver.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Ryan, and this is really what the Spartans needed, an hour ago going into half, because I tell you what, if you could go into half down 20 points, the reality's still there. You could still come away with this game, and it's still believable,
All right.
All right, the Spartans are going to send in their kicking unit, and I tell you what, he's been just near automatic today.
Yeah, Cole Merton, the kicker, setting up for the extra point. And it is good.
All right, so while we're waiting for the Spartans to come out with their kickoff unit, we're going to take a break up here in the box. Brendan Evans, Ryan Miller, you're watching Red Devil football right here on WCTV.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
All right, we're back right here on WCTV. Brendan Evans alongside Ryan Miller. You're watching Red Devil football right here. The Red Devils are leading the Spartans so far 41-21. We're going to see how the rest of the game fares out, but the Spartans are going to get a good kick here. It's going to looks like it's going to go. Oh, it's going to go out of bounds. Excuse me. Looked like it was going to go pretty deep, but.
And when you're the kicker, you obviously you hate to see that. You have to have your foot aligned.
Well, Ryan, you gotta think about how many practice reps these guys have a day, and you really don't, unless you're like a special teams member and you play, offense and defensive side of the ball. you really don't get other reps of anything. You really just sit there. You have time to kick on your own, on the side. Even Gage Pewterball takes at least 200 kicks a day. You just can't have that happen. All right, Drew Van Vliet taking the snap for the Red Devils. Wyatt Bird's going to get the call. He's going to go up the left hash, and he's going to take a hit and keep running. He's not going down easy tonight.
Great job by Wyatt Bird, especially trucking the defender, fighting for extra yards, even though he didn't really get a lot of extra yards after the collision.
Yeah, well, Ryan, it may not have been very many, but it's still fighting for extra yards, and those extra yards do add up.
All the intensity building up. Looks like they're sending number 7, Brandon Brixton Bunch, freshman, 5'7", wide receiver, into the game.
And just one more target for Drew Van Vliet to tab. And Wyatt Bird's going to take the snap again, and he's only going to get a couple yards here. And I tell you what, this is starting to become a scheme for the Red Devils that they need to get out of. It's pass one and then run a bunch. Pass one and then run a bunch. And I tell you what, their pass game has been very successful. I think they need to stick with it.
Yes, and especially when you see...
And obviously you can't, pass every single play of the game. You're going to get your quarterback killed that way. You need to have a healthy mix of it, and you can't just go, okay, well, we're going to go this many, and then we're going to run this many. We're going to pass this many, and then we're going to run this many. That's cancerous to the team. All right, Drew Van Vliet, Wyatt Bird to the left, and you're going to see Wyatt Bird get the ball again. He's going to have a lane. It's going to close very quickly, but he's not going to stop. Jersey's being held for about 5 or 6 yards, and he is not going to stop. Jersey is all over the place, and I'll tell you what, he may need a new one after tonight.
All right. It reminded me, when you're in a store and you see, a kid, holding on to their father, saying they want something, and their father's saying no, but they're still hanging on. That's what it reminded me of. Great job by Wyatt Bird getting.
And I tell you what, we've got to take a second away from Wyatt Bird for a moment. You got to imagine the grip strength of that guy. He was dragging himself. Wyatt was dragging the person. But he's holding on for dear life.
Right.
Give credit to the guy. All right, Drew Van Vliet taking the snap. DeMarco Owens is going up the right side. Wyatt Bird's going to lead block for him. DeMarco Owens has room. He's only got one guy to beat but cannot do it, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, great job by DeMarco Owens going on the right side of the sideline and, just using his left arm to really just, say to the defender, get off me.
Well, as a running back and as a defender, you really just have to use every part of your body as much as you can. Obviously, you can't just grab the face mask and rip down. I'm sure that'd be much more effective, but, kind of can't do that in the game of football. All right, there's a wide shot of the team. Wyatt Bird's going to get the call. He's going to head up the middle, and he's going to get hit, but he's going to take a few more yards afterwards, and that's going to take him up to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, great job by Wyatt trying to get, those extra yards, especially up the middle, But it's first down, get a couple yards, then reconcile it with the team, and come up with a better plan to get to the end zone.
All right, now the Red Devils have had a whole lot of success hitting Marquise Johnson on the slant route. Do you go back to it now, or do you stick with the run game?
I think you.
And by the way, Wyatt Bird is out, and Evan Crisp Guess is in for his spot. And Evan's going to get his first touch of the game, and he's going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to take a pretty big loss back to about the 10 to 11-yard line.
Yeah, he got swallowed up by number 55, Mitchell Blakely, sophomore, 5'9", 175 pounds. And that was just great execution by him, especially reading the play. You can't ask much more than that, especially coming from your defender.
And I tell you what, Ryan, this O-line of the Red Devils is doing fairly well tonight with that one play of the exception. And you just got to acknowledge the seniority level in it. You don't have any freshmen on the team, or on the line at least. Obviously, you have some freshmen out there, but Van Vliet for example, and DeMarco Owens is going to get his touch on the ball, and he's going to take it up to about the 4-yard line. And by the way, he's not going to go easy. He's not going to go untouched. He's going to level Adam Kelly.
Oh, yes. He's definitely a big guy with a big mentality saying, it's either one way, you're going to get out of my way, or I'm going to run over you. That's basically
the big thing about DeMarco Owens is he's got that physical mindset to where he doesn't mind to get hurt. He doesn't care to come up and just level someone. He's going to take every chance he gets to hit someone.
Looks like number 15 is coming out of the game with what number was that coming in?
I didn't see it, Ryan. And DeMarco Owens is going to take a breather, and looks like they're going to go with a sole running back. But before that, we're going to get a timeout on the field. Let's take just a moment to see if we can get who called it. Doesn't look like it's going to come through. Waiting for the officials to signal, and I don't think they're going to. They're all writing in their books. All right, so we're going to take a break up here in the box. Brendan Evans alongside Ryan Miller. You're watching Red Devil football right here on WCTV.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
All right, we're back. Brendan Evans alongside Ryan Miller here, and we are here with a great night of Red Devil football. Not so much for the Spartans so far here tonight. Probably their final drives. Ryan, let's see if the Spartans and Adam Kelly can get anything going. But just before we jump the gun a little bit, let's see if Van Vliet can get anything here. That was a wild throw, and I believe that was 3rd down. Waiting to see the field marker here. And that was a penalty on the Red Devils. That's going to bring out the the defensive unit. Sorry. So now, as I mentioned just a moment ago, Adam Kelly's going to get the chance to send back his son at quarterback position to get the job done at least one more time and punch it in.
Right. Even though they're down by 20, you really can expect this team to come back and really win. But you can.
No, you can't.
It's
really just a sense of pride at this point. Yeah. These Spartans have got to be hurt, and everybody's health is going to be down a little bit. Once the start of football season, you're never really going to be 100%. As you see Blaine Pierce walking off there, trying to preserve him as one of their most valuable players for next week at Mount Vernon. But talk to me a little bit about what these Spartans are going to have to do after this play, of course, to be able to punch it in one more time, and even if it's just for a pride factor. And Richmond's going to get a timeout here. So talk to me a little bit about that now.
Well, obviously this has been a very rough week when it comes to facing the Red Devils, and they're down by 20. Obviously, it's not good on their mentality, and they need to make a complete 180, at least mentally. And, they have one loss, sure, but then you come back next week and you hit it harder. You push your guys very, very, very tough, and you basically just do the best you can.
Right, and as the Red Devils are making their way back onto the field, the Spartans are coming back into the huddle. Ryan, it's week 1. You got to be able to shake this off. You got to look forward to the rest of your season, because the rest of the season you could go undefeated and you could do absolutely fantastic. But this is going to hurt a little bit. You really want to come out in the season and smack someone in the mouth, make it known that you are going to be a presence felt here on the Richmond's Leibolt Field, which is so historic. All right, Adam Kelly in the backfield motioning a man. He's going to send the ball straight up field, and it's not going to go anywhere. He's going to lose a yard on the play, which really is not what the Spartans need right now.
Exactly. I mean, their run game, they've used it so much this game, and obviously their passing has been on and off. But I mean, with Cirqua, especially up the middle, so many times, number 42, it's been such a very, very huge presence along this Spartans offense.
And Ryan, this Red Devil defense, give them credit where credit is due. They have been working so solid today, and they have looked absolutely fantastic. Adam Kelly coming to throw, but Evan Crisp Guest with a very big tackle to shut it down. And that may have not have looked like much, but that was very clutch move. Good read by Evan.
Yeah, what a great job by the receiver, especially going around and, I mean, just getting the reception and, obviously some yards.
And they're going to look to the same thing on the curl route. Evan Crisp Guess is going to be there. And the receiver was having none of that hit again. He dove down for that catch.
Right, and that was number 28, Caleb Hemmelgarn. Oh, I pronounced that. Hemmelgarn. Yes. Thank you for that pronunciation. But obviously, just getting the reception, having a moment of this game, at least positives. And what is happening right now?
There's actually a flag on the field, Ryan, and I'm waiting to see a call on the field. But as we've seen from... Oh, there was a little bit of a tussle on the field, and a couple players got ejected from both sides of the ball. Now, I don't know about you, Ryan, but I'm sitting up here, and it looked to me like they were just getting up.
That's very true.
And even on both sides of the ball, I don't think either of those are very justified. And as me and you have talked, throughout the rest of the game, even earlier... These officials, we haven't seen eye to eye with them yet. So
yeah.
I'm waiting for a good call that we can agree on, Ryan.
Right.
On both sides of the ball. All right. Now with under 5 minutes in the game, and I'm sure everyone wants to go home, we're still waiting on officials.
Right. See all the cars waiting.
Oh, there's a football that's moving, but it's to the official. So... That's step one, is getting the official the football.
Right.
And it looks like the Red Devils are going to step back. They're going to reevaluate. And are they going to move the ball here, Ryan?
No, I don't know. We'll just have to see what the referee says.
Right. Well, the Spartans are coming out of the huddle, and the Red Devils are about 20 yards back from where they were. And I don't think they know where they're going. There's no ball on the football field. And
very true.
And usually that's the first step, is having a football.
Right.
They must have lost that in the salary cap, right?
All right.
All right, so Ryan, talk to me about what the Spartans are going to have to do here to come back from this. All right, hold on. Now we're going to get a play. We'll talk here in just a moment. The Spartans are going to take over here from looks like the 18-yard line. And Adam Kelly's going to drop back. He's going to pass, and the ball's going to go in and out of the hands. Almost could have been picked off there by number 2, Clay Sides. And good sportsmanship there by the senior from Richmond, number 21, Gabe Crow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, the Red Devils and the Spartans don't get along very well, but that was very good sportsmanship there. Setting that aside, helping a fellow player up. That right there is what the game is all about.
Reminds me of Andrew Luck. Whenever he would get hit, he would say, thanks, or
hey, good shot, baby. Let's get back to it. Let's do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, it could always be, hazing or teasing, whatever they want to call it nowadays, but hey, it is what it is.
Right.
And now we're getting another conversation from the officials. And Ryan, only God can guess what they're talking about.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we're getting another penalty flag. I didn't even see a penalty flag go on the ground. I'll tell you what, we ought to mic them so we can actually hear what they're saying Sunday, huh?
Like they do in the NFL, the mic'd up series.
And you can see the officials over there talking. The head official at the mid-left of your screen is talking to Coach Adam Kelly from the Spartans. He's probably wondering what the same thing we were is, where was the flag and what was the call?
Right. It's just a waiting game. It seems like huge waiting game. Huh? Seems like some of them are ready, and then some of them are not.
And you see Richmond defense is not playing up. They are all dropped back, looking for the deep pass. And you're going to see a 5-man rush here. Gabe Crow on the end. Gabe Crow's going to go untouched. Big hit to Adam Kelly.
Laid him down, and there's a flag on the play.
There was a flag on the play, but I'm not sure where it was at. And there you're going to see the final score, but I don't know if that is on the Red Devils. The game is not over.
Right, and I mean, but just wonderful execution by Gabe Crow, and especially, you know, being untouched, especially coming from the outside, completely ignored by the offensive line, and just wailing Adam Kelly.
And again on that hit was the senior, number 21, Gabe Crow. Now, Gabe Crow is not always a football player, but hey, he looks like one right there.
Right.
All right, so we're going to put 6 seconds back on the clock, and Ryan, only one could hope that they just run this one out. I think this game's about over.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of really going back on the field? It seemed like it was already over to begin with.
And the officials are conversating, leaving one official out of it. I guess his opinion's not the one that matters so much.
And
players are lining up at the 50-yard line. Richmond's being told to stay off the field. And let's see what the official has to say about this one. I really hope they don't have them come back out.
Right, like why would they do that?
I tell you what, this game's about over. It is over. There's no way you're going to come back from a 21-point deficit in under 6 seconds.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. It's like you can't even run a play in under 2 seconds.
That's very, very true. Especially going down all the way.
No, that's a rule. That's not just true. That's a rule.
Right.
And Coach Sonsini is on the 50-yard line trying to lead the charge here. And we still don't have a call up here in the box yet. Everyone's still a little confused, and the official is walking away now. I guess they have a final decision, and he is going to say personal foul on the Red Devils. I didn't see the foul there, Ryan. It just looked like a big hit.
Yeah.
Laid him out. Maybe a little high, but that's about it. And that's going to be the game, ladies and gentlemen. Richmond 41, the Connersville Spartans 21. And I tell you what, that was one game for the ages, especially for the Red Devils. And Ryan, while we're here for just a second, look at the size of that Red Devil team. How much more bodies they have on this team. So much better.
Yeah.
All right. Ryan, we want to thank everybody for coming out and watching on WCTV and even attending at Leibolt Field. Again, final score, Richmond 41, Connersville Spartans 21. We'll see Richmond again next week. They're at Mount Vernon. The next time you will see us here on WCTV is in 2 weeks. That will be a game for the ages. That'll be very exciting. Obviously, they weren't here last year. We'll be going there, so we'll see how that goes then. All right, signing off for WCTV, Brendan Evans here.
I'm Ryan Miller.
And we hope you have a good night.